Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. This is Nisha with Scattered Mind Central. And on this episode, we go back to the roots of Scattered Mind, where it came from, where it started, where it's going. And then after that, we kind of go back to our roots and things we used to like, just very nostalgic. So come share our memories with us and try to think of shit you grew up on.
We're on our way back. This fucking 90-something-year-old motherfucker hit us from behind on fucking Shiloh and Northwest. And, like, there's, you know how it is, at fucking 4 or 5 o'clock, and fucking, Northwest is like, ass to bumper type shit. And we're just chilling there, fucking, just lit a cigarette, and pow! It's like, what the fuck? And he's got this little weird Focus car, and the headrest is, like, right here, so my neck was all...
It's not built for tall people.
No, it's not at all. Dude. Fucking Jason's taller than him.
Is he really? God damn. So you got whiplash.
This is his girlfriend's car.
Ah, okay. Yeah. That makes sense.
She went off and got like a brand new...
Wait, he's got a Focus. I didn't even think about that.
Oh, you do? Yeah.
He does have a Focus.
It's one of those little vagina cars.
But he's not as tall as we are either.
Not at all.
So.
That's great AC.
What?
That's a great AC.
Yeah, the smaller
fucking
cars.
AC works, bro.
Yeah, it gets colder.
Which is good for him because he sweats a lot.
Well, he sweats in the winter. I don't.
That's what I'm saying. He sweats a lot. Yes, of course I started recording. I might have to edit out some of that racist shit, but outside of that,
it is what it is, dude.
So what's the name of this podcast?
Go ahead. I want to see if you can remember the name of it because you get it wrong.
I told you about this, right? I Can't Believe We're Friends podcast.
Good job. Woo! He always tries to call it "Why Are We Friends?" It's like, no, dude, that's not what the fuck it's called.
We're friends.
Yeah.
No fucking idea why.
Why can't we?
Y'all put it on me. I was like,
there's copyright issues.
You hear war playing in the background.
Yeah.
Now I want to watch basketball.
Is it basketball?
Yeah, when the little boy comes in and hangs out with them for the day.
Oh, and they're all getting shit hammered.
Yeah.
Okay.
But when they're before that.
But yeah, we have a special guest today, Brandon.
Hello.
The person who came up with the idea of Scattered Mind.
The original.
The Godfather.
The Podfather.
The
Podfather.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Say hello, Brandon.
Hello.
He did say hello.
Say hello again.
Hello again.
And again.
And again and again and again.
Yes, I'm
So, what did you have that you wanted to do? Because you kind of explained it to me yesterday, but...
Well, we kind of... 2 nights ago, right? Me and Brandon were talking on the phone about Scattered Mind.
Wait, people still talk on the phone?
Yes.
Yeah, they
What
still do. Like, these devices still do that.
Yeah. We didn't text it all out because
Like
you don't want to read what I'm trying to text.
All playing with your finger and shit, so what you doing?
That's how Jimmy got the curl right there right now.
I need a haircut.
Yeah, you do.
But yeah, we were talking about it. And like, long time... how many years ago did you actually came up with the Scattered Mind?
Oh man, I think it was in 2011, 2010.
Jesus.
It had to
that
be.
long ago? Because I remember like him showing me shit.
Yeah.
Like, fuck, I didn't realize it was that long ago.
Yeah, Brandon came up with the website, Scattered Mind. He told me the whole idea, the premise behind it, you know, kind of a community of friends and stuff like that, people getting their stuff out there, you know, and just having something there for creative minds to put out there. And Scattered Mind was
his brainchild.
And you explain it a little bit more because it was actually your idea. Don't let me...
Oh, well, first I just wanted to have something where I could show my videos other than YouTube because I kept getting knocked for copyright because I would use music.
Yeah, that does happen.
Yeah, and so I tried to use I did a video or two with my own soundtrack that I recorded, but I just figured that it was a lot easier to have my own website. I already knew how to build websites, and while I was doing it, I was thinking about how it could be a platform for everybody that I know, because I know so many different types of people that have interests, like
creative interests and
creative
shit like
hobbies
that. Yeah.
and interests, and you got. It's even worse now than it was back then, but like sifting through the shit on Facebook to just try to find something that they poured their heart and soul into for hours or maybe days, and they brought it out, and it just gets lost in the mire and advertisements and bullshit and complaints.
Well, and that's what sucks is like if you create a professional page as opposed to your personal page, like you can't fucking do shit. You don't reach anybody anymore whenever it comes down to it, and that's why I just share everything on my personal page because it's easier to get out that way.
Yeah, and like when Brandon brought that up to me back then, we were doing music then. He was coming about music, and we were just kind of doing our first podcast, Shoot the Shit podcast.
God.
The reason
It was so long ago.
You know that somebody took that name, and that's why we couldn't use it anymore, right? Like whenever we got back into it,
It doesn't
that's why we
surprise
didn't use
me.
it. Sorry,
But yeah, so we were doing that, and Brandon came up with that. Told me about Scattermine, showed me the website, which I showed y'all the website, and I loved the ideal of it. And then Brandon kind of stepped away. I brought it up to him. I talked to him about kind of start bringing it back, start doing that again. And then I started laying groundwork for putting on different revenues and stuff like that.
different streams.
Streams and stuff like that. And then
There is no revenue.
No, there's
and
zero
then
revenue.
Don't say that because if we put music on there and we're getting revenue, that's not going to work out.
Okay, yeah, as long as we keep it free. Then I kind of started dealing with a whole bunch of other shit, and Robert is the one who's been keeping it afloat ever since that.
Sort of.
Cool.
We've been putting shit out.
We've been putting shit out.
I mean, but we're like focused just on the podcast aspect of it. And I like the creative aspect of it where you just incorporating like whatever the fuck.
The thing is, like when we weren't doing Can't Believe We're Friends, y'all were doing How to Raise a Child.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we still do that occasionally.
But you were still putting something out there
Yeah.
and keeping it active, while this wasn't being active. And while the website wasn't being active, we were still having something out there for Scattermind. So Scattermind, is still going. And me and Brandon were kind of talking about it, having ideals about kind of the future of it.
Yeah, basically the future would be the past.
Like going back to
Kind of, yes.
Just
Go back to your roots.
Yeah, just like a platformer. It's the equivalent of a record label that just doesn't meddle in the shit of their artists. Just something where somebody can put something out there without having to worry about like, this is Scattermind Central or anything like that. It's their own thing, but that's just where to find it. And with that comes a shared audience between everyone,
the different mediums and whatnot.
Between the different mediums, people they know.
Yeah.
And so it's not going to be just, like just doing something and then nobody pays attention to it.
Yeah.
At least there will be one person.
There'll at least be 5-6 people, even if they're all involved in the podcast.
We do.
Whatever. Yeah.
We listen to it.
Shit all the time.
But like Brandon told me the idea of Scattermind. I fell in love with that name because it fits like Brandon perfectly, me perfectly, everybody.
All of us, yeah.
It
like,
fits it perfectly because
We can't have a conversation
Obviously,
that
yes,
goes
right.
in one direction.
It
We
always
have to
goes to
start at point
trannies for
A,
some reason.
then we go to
Well,
57,
trannies,
then
dude.
blue, 52, B. You
You playing bingo?
Yeah. I'm calling a
She's
play.
running a
while
shotgun
calling
all of a sudden. I don't know.
but it is always fit
Oh.
to me. It fits perfectly because everybody has different creative ideals and everybody expresses things differently.
Yeah, it's kind of an afterthought that it's a collection of minds, of different minds that come together on a single location. But like I said, that's an afterthought. I was just scatterbrained at the time and thought there would be something good to
Go figure.
yeah, just like a title that kind of like described my state of being at the time, and I would just put my videos on there. But as an afterthought, I was thinking, this is a really good place for other people like Jazil to put up his music. My cousin, who is a writer, put up his chapters of his book. And just if anybody wanted to do anything, if there was an artist or that drew something, just somewhere that they can put something that's not going to be.
It doesn't have to fit a certain mold or whatever. It's just it's art. However you want to do that.
Right.
Whatever the fuck you gotta say, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's kind of.
Yes. I was talking to Money about bringing bringing it back up and getting it back online. You know, I've got like a screenplay that I'm working on, have been working on for years, and just like working on it little by little. And like I want to concentrate on that more.
Is it what I've been reading here and there? Or
Yeah,
else?
Undertaker story. Yeah.
I didn't want to bring up the name or anything.
No, it's cool. I don't want to flesh it out too much, because if I do, then I probably won't do it, because the story's going to be told.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, it's my favorite wrestler is the Undertaker. So
Yes.
I was at Six Flags one day, and there was like this old like Undertaker horse and carriage, and I was like, you know, it'd be pretty cool if there was like an Undertaker in the Old West movie.
Right.
And
Nice.
so I went with that and thought that it'd be kind of neat if the Undertaker had a zombie problem. So it goes on that, but there's a lot more to that I've added and thought about that you know I'm writing the story, but that's basically the premise. Yeah, it's like he can't do his job properly because everybody that he buries keeps coming back.
Yeah.
Sounds like a badass.
I was about to say, it sounds like a good anime, it sounds like a good comic, it sounds like a good movie.
Yeah. Audio podcast. You know.
If that Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter shit can catch,
God.
like, dude, I'm telling you.
But he kept. I remember him letting me read it first, and I could not put it down. Like I seriously, like, I was like, when there's more?
Can you do more?
And that's fucking impressive, dude, because money can barely read.
Yeah. It's
Don't worry,
really
he drew
good,
some illustrations so I can understand.
So you can keep up with it with the pictures and shit.
Yeah,
That's funny.
Looks like hieroglyphics. Like,
I was talking to Radar Pictures back whenever I was living in California. There's a subsidiary of them called Velvet Steamroller. And they've got a movie with Robert Englund, you know, the guy who played Freddy Krueger.
Yeah.
And so it's just this small production house, and my professor at the time, he saw it in a project that I did, and I just submitted it because I was fulfilling the project, trying to get an A. And he talked to some of his connections, and they liked the idea, and so I met with them. Like, yeah, finish that, and you know, bring it back to us. And my professor was my agent, and he's like, yeah, we're gonna start with $10,000. $10,000. Oh my gosh! Like that's
serious?
it. I did it.
All right.
But $10,000 over the course of let's see, this was in 2009. So over the course of 10 years, like that's $1,000 a year. Yeah, I'm not gonna make that much from the work that I put into it, but I just wanted to do it, and that's kind of with Scattermind. It's just something that I want to do. Maybe because I'm bored and YouTube is shit. So
Fair.
I just want to.
They added double advertisements now. Come on.
Oh yeah, because they have it at the front and the back. I always fucking skip them, so I don't think about
their
it.
advertisements are fucked up on YouTube nowadays.
That's why I started listening to Spotify whenever with music.
Makes
and
more
shit.
sense.
Yeah. But
Sometimes you want to see the video.
What do you mean?
sometimes. Yeah.
Oh well,
Sometimes you
yeah.
wanna see it.
Well,
Yeah.
but at like work and shit, I
That
can't
brings you back
fucking-
to like your MTV days, like fuck. Oh shit, Sepultura.
No, because
Or,
you can
yeah.
actually make out what the fuck's on the video. It's not all blurry and shit like it used to be. Fucking high definition.
480p.
bullshit promos popping up in the middle of it. Fucking
Yeah.
pink MTV box.
MTV. How much it changed? It went from music television to what? Media television? Isn't that
It's
the-
still music television.
There's no music.
They play music during the fucking bumpers and shit and the commercials.
Oh, in the
Yeah.
commercials.
The commercials.
That's
The
In
commercials
the middle of
itself.
seeing fucking Target commercials with the dog and shit. Like MTV, it wasn't anything like that when we were kids. MTV was where like the metal and grunge shit and the fucking upcoming rappers somewhat would come out. Like, it was fucking awesome. It's way different now.
I was one of the TRL fans.
Of course you were.
Every day after school, gotta make it home.
Well, actually, I can't say anything because
Well, 'cause that's,
hip hop was really popular at one point. And they would play like Eminem and shit like that on there. So I
well,
wouldn't
that
touch
even before that, like
What was that fucking annoying dude that hosted that shit all the time?
Carson
Carson
Daly.
Daly.
There you go. Fucking
yeah.
Dave Schnozzle.
But no, because that's where I got, because my mom didn't want me to listen to like Korn and Limp Bizkit and stuff like that. So Got the Life was the first ever Korn video on TRL.
That's funny
Look it
as
up.
shit, dude. Your mom
It's
had a problem
fact.
with Limp Bizkit and shit. Meanwhile, I'm listening to fucking Cannibal Corpse.
What did your mom want you to listen to?
not that.
No. Did she like supplement it with like, oh yeah, here's the Carpenters, you know?
No, she did. Surprisingly,
Which
she
in their
did,
own
like-
time was a big deal.
Some fucking mom and pop kettle bullshit.
Yeah, no, she just didn't want me to listen to that. Like, when she heard Nookie for the first time, she lost
her fucking shit, I bet.
She was like, what the fuck are they saying? And of course she does say fuck. So it's like, Mom.
Nisha, you listen
like,
to raw
like,
music.
"That's
Here's
what I did
Master
it
P
for."
ghetto dope. Real random crack.
Hey,
Make crack like this.
don't talk about fucking Master P like we didn't listen to that.
Oh, I listened to it,
all
but
of 95 and 96.
Fucking 7th grade, dude. Master P.
Dude,
shit.
it was
Ghetto
so
dope.
bad.
No limit.
Like,
soul.
looking back at the music we used to listen to,
Terrible
like,
rappers.
middle school era, early high school, where it's talking about all these sexual, like,
Adidas.
and no, none of us
Fucking
were doing
Adidas.
shit
Genuine
like that.
pony.
But to
Like,
think about,
I sang the shit out of Pony.
Think about all our
and I
music-
didn't do.
That was badass.
our
fucking
music
song.
that we listen
That
to,
shit
grew up
was
on,
awesome.
is now considered classic.
Oh, I know. It's fucking
Makes
How,
depressing.
how's that make
You hear
you
fucking
Old.
You
Makes
hear
you feel
Metallica
old as
on
shit,
fucking. Oh my god, dude. What was it? I was telling you. We were talking about that a few months ago.
What?
That we're riding around. We heard fucking. It wasn't Justice for All. I couldn't remember what fucking Metallica song it was on there, dude. On fucking classic like music.
Oh, fuck, what was it? It was something off of
On the fucking
Ride
old
the
stations.
Lightning.
Yeah.
I can't remember what song it was, though. But yeah, it came on, and it was on fucking K-Love.
And that's what brought
And I was just like, because I was like, oh, I just left it on the Eagle, not thinking about it. I looked down, I was like, motherfucker.
that's what brought up mine, Mandy's, and Nisha's conversation about, dude, one day you're going to hear, like, you know, coming now, you know, biggest hit back in fucking 96, Juicy, and fucking, you know, all of a sudden Biggie Smalls
Notorious
fucking comes
B.I.G..
on. It's like,
Well, what sucks
Hold
is
up by the Bee Gees.
all of our
What?
parents,
back that shit up, girl. It's like,
all of our parents and grandparents' music and shit was getting remade whenever we were kids.
It was,
They were like
absolutely.
using samples and shit like that. And now, listening to Chris's shit, they're doing the exact same thing with the stuff we grew up with.
it's heartbreaking.
Like, God damn it.
Because your rappers aren't even talented. Like, half of them. fucking
Well,
suck.
I mean,
Half
there
of
were
them
a
suck.
lot of ours that weren't really talented. I hate to
Hey,
break it
dude.
to you.
Silk the Shocker was amazing.
Yeah,
I was thinking about the shocker when y'all
You're a
said Master
liar.
P.
I couldn't even say that shit with a straight face.
Right.
I mean that album cover, it was a moving image. It was,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking
Yeah, I forgot it had that.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude.
Back
Damn.
back when we were younger, it was No Limit Soldier, and then what's that fucking Birdman's label?
Cash Money.
Cash Money
I
was the
hated Cash
bootleg
Money.
version of No Limit back in the day.
I fucking hated Cash
It-
Money.
They ended up staying around, though.
Oh,
because
but they did.
They turned into Young Money, in all fairness.
They did.
Yeah, that
The
was
history of them
Lil
fuckers
Wayne,
at all.
Drake, Nicki Minaj, all of them
Yeah.
were on that label.
Really?
So they were technically Cash Money.
I fucking hated Cash
Yeah.
Money, dude. I couldn't get into it.
Because they were the bootleg version of No Limit.
What was that? Girl, you got a big thing. Won't you back that at? That song?
Juvenile.
Got
Yes.
on my fucking
No,
nerves,
that
dude.
is the jam.
That shit.
That
got
is
on-
the jam.
Of course
jam.
that's the jam for you. You
Fuck
TRL
yeah.
loving motherfucker.
I shaked my ass to that song how many
In
times?
middle school, at every fucking dance, they played that goddamn song. And then
My hips were strong.
still are.
Still are.
I love that song, and I didn't even back anything up.
She tried to. It was just like a slight movement.
I did
It
not
wasn't-
back that ass up.
No, because I remember like in
But it was the bomb.
let's see, I moved here in '95, so I was in the 4th grade, and I remember a bunch of like the little kids. Well, obviously I was a little kid too, but a bunch of kids singing "First of the Month," and it's like,
Oh,
motherfuckers,
we
you
all
know
does,
nothing
yeah.
about the first of the month.
Wake up.
It was great. Like,
See,
I
my
didn't know
thing
anything
is-
about the first month, but I enjoyed that song. Whenever we got older, I'm like,
Oh,
I
that's
hate
what the
this
fuck
shit
they
right
mean.
now.
Okay.
Sucks.
First month sucks.
you gotta pay this every month. God damn it.
Fuck.
And we don't even get welfare or food stamps. Nothing. Motherfucker.
All that
But when
time
you're
I was
on-
wondering why
when
we
you're
didn't
on
go to
that-
Disneyland.
But when you're on that, you're like, first month fucking sucks. But the 5th, we're gonna eat, motherfucker!
No, baby, I got this. We're gonna order some pizza. Don't worry about that shit.
You got some Tino's in this motherfucker.
But see,
What you
during that
thought?
time, dude, during that time period, the Cash Money shit, that's why I started. Because Ephraim was 8 years older than me, you know that. I mean,
Yeah.
so I listened to older rap even then. And I was like, dude, nigga, this ain't too short. This isn't fucking, like, fuck you, this ain't Ghetto Boys, bitch. And by that time, I started getting into metal a lot more. Because he showed me that shit. So it was a lot of Pantera and Manson for me during the
That
Cash
time.
Money era.
I listened to that shit too.
Like,
I listened to
love
fucking
that
everything
shit.
at that
Like,
point.
yeah.
And then I started getting shit because I was listening to things that people didn't like. You fucking yelled at me all the time because I listened to Eminem.
Eminem fucking sucked.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
He never
I didn't-
sucked.
I never gave you shit for the Juggalo bullshit because I could give a fuck less about that. It was the whole fucking Slim Shady.
He acts like
not
he's
true.
Hold
That
on,
is not true.
It was
Why you want to
absolutely
act like
true.
you were above the Juggalo shit?
No,
when
no,
you
I
were
didn't say I
right
was
down
above
there
it.
in them fucking dirt
I
with
couldn't
all
give a
the.
fuck about whether they're getting along or not.
The only-
Even
the only
then,
person
it was,
said-
dude, you're not paying my fucking bills.
Brandon was the one person that's like this. Oh, Juggalo shit. Here you go. Have a nice day at what was it, Sam Goody or
CD Warehouse.
CD Warehouse.
God damn.
Brandon was my hookup. It's like that new ICP's coming out, man. You got that? He's like, yeah, we are having the back.
Here you go. See? That's how you do it.
Take a
Then I-
Hatchet Man sticker and put
Then
it
I
in the car.
then I hear them talking shit. I was like, I'll take it. Fuck it.
I don't give a fuck.
I got the album for everybody else.
So on Netflix, there's a documentary that was done. It was done through CNN, and Tom Hanks is actually one of the executive producers. And
Yeah,
they
that
have it broken
surprised
down. Yeah, and they have it broken down by decades. So I think they have one that's the 70s and the 80s. I didn't watch those because I was born in '86. All that shit happened. I wasn't
Privy
aware.
to it.
Yeah, like the 70s I wasn't here. Most of the 80s I wasn't here. So I started watching at the 90s because you were born in the 80s. You were a 90s kid. Like you. That's
when
the
you're
shit. Yeah,
Coming
and
in
then,
your own type deal.
and then they had the 2000s. And watching both of those, which I did, I watched every episode. Again, you feel old as shit,
Yeah.
first of all. And you see the progression of how depressing it was before, or, how it wasn't before. And then, I mean, and I just mean in our political
Society type
climate,
deal.
society, yeah. But the biggest thing was watching the technology and the music parts of it, because it goes, oh, wait, we have cassette tapes. Oh, wait, digital music is putting CD stores out of business, and then they're, like, non-existent now. It's like,
Yeah, dude. Fucking Sam Goody. Like,
Best Buy-
I haven't heard that name in for fucking ever.
Sam-
Best Buy doesn't
Sam
even
Goodies.
sell CDs anymore.
Really?
No.
They took all their CDs out. They have vinyl.
They have more. Well, they don't have any CDs. They have vinyl, but they don't have CDs.
They have 0 CDs.
and
they
the
have
vinyl collection.
And
obviously,
their
is-
the nostalgia
video game
shit.
collection is fucking dying in Best Buy.
well, because everybody's going digital on that too.
Yeah.
It's
Well, that's
like
why I say being an 80s kid's like the best time to be around because
that
you
sounds
were
so
at the pinnacle.
hipster. By the way,
Fuck off. It was like the pinnacle of fucking technology, though, as far as gaming and shit's concerned. Because you remember Atari. I fucking had an Atari. don't know
I
if
never
you-
had an Atari.
I had an Atari, and that shit was like, boop, boop. You know, it was
Yeah.
fucking boring, but it was
I thought it was amazing.
really fun at the same time, dude.
You've never seen anything like that at
But
that
then,
point.
like, Ethan asked me to get tell mom and dad I want a Nintendo for Christmas. So me and Chris are, we want a Nintendo. We want a Nintendo. I had no fucking idea what a Nintendo was.
So you
And
had
then
a brother,
Yeah,
and you had a Nintendo.
yeah.
How many fights did y'all have?
Dude,
All
it
the
was
time.
in his room, and I got to play the fucking thing maybe a dozen times. Fucker. Ninja Gaiden was awesome, though, what I've seen of it.
Yeah, I remember
what I
Like
remember.
stage one.
It's a hard ass game.
the first gaming console I ever played was the Sega Genesis, and I was like 8. Because growing up, I just shit that was going on. I didn't have those things.
So what you're saying is
Actually,
you're
no.
spoiled
I have to. I
I
have to
realize I
retract
was
that
a spoiled
statement.
asshole.
My first gaming system, I remember I had it for a little while. My mom bought me one. It was rent to own. I think it got taken back.
Let's
But besides the point, was
It's just the first of
SNES.
the month.
we're quick. We're on this video games. What was you remember the first game you played?
It was Super Mario World, I
Super
believe,
Mario?
because my first system that I
That's a
actually
good game.
had was an SNES. And then
That's still one
I
of my
went
favorite games to
And
this
then I went
day,
back
probably.
and played NES, and then I played Sega, and then I went to Nintendo 64, and that's when I really fell in love with Mario. I mean, I loved Mario back, but
64
Fucking
was
Nintendo's,
that was
like-
I still hate
badass
that game
fucking-
to this day
That's
because
a
of that
badass
motherfucker.
game, dude.
and
Right.
I only hate it because that fucking star at the very top, and I could never get it, and those motherfuckers, and I could never really get the
And that's the
kick.
first time they brought like the 3D,
3D,
fucking
yeah.
stage.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
Move around.
And I could never, for some reason, for the life of me, I could never get that
Kick,
kick,
jump,
jump, off the wall backflip thing. I could never get it, and it really pissed me off.
Brandon, what was yours?
Ninja Gaiden traded me for that.
First game I played.
Yeah, the first game
that you remember
you
playing.
remember playing.
Because we're so
It was
old
on-
now that you
yeah.
don't fucking remember.
It was on the Atari.
Trucks and-
I'm probably going to butcher the name of it, but I think it was called Leapfrog. It wasn't Frogger,
Fucking.
but like you were in a swamp and there was lily pads and you had to jump
Yeah.
from one lily pad to the other
I know.
and eat a
Remember that
fly
shit,
like
yeah.
while you were jumping.
Yeah.
That was the first one.
That was a badass game. I love that game.
Yeah.
I
Now-
played that game on Grandma's boy.
Is that what
Yeah,
they're playing?
yeah.
I thought they were
Yeah,
playing
Leapfrog.
Frogger.
Yeah, no, it's
No.
Oh.
Because
you're
Frogger is
jumping from-
across,
yeah.
like...
No, yeah.
Yeah.
I realized.
It's a
I
level.
thought about that.
Yeah, but the one on Grandma's Boy, you have to catch the flies going back
So,
and forth.
do
Do you remember liking the game?
Yeah, yeah. Actually, like my mom's family lived in Comanche, so that's like 3 hours away. We would drive down there and stay in a motel, and there were these 2 beds there.
So you had like cousins and stuff.
Yeah, cousins and everybody was
Yeah,
there.
okay.
When we were in the hotel, I would jump from one of the beds to the other, and
Playing
my
in
brother
real
would
life.
throw a pillow, and I would try to catch it while I was going through
I remember. I miss the innocence, dude.
Robert, what was yours?
It was one of 2. I can't remember which one it was. It was Nintendo. It was either the original Ninja Turtles game or
Oh.
Super Mario Brothers.
The one with the possible sewer level?
That fucking game.
No, it wasn't it was the water level that always got me. I
Yeah.
could never get through
With
that.
the little-
Yeah, I
Oh,
couldn't
God.
fucking do it.
You played that one?
Oh yeah,
I ended up beating
One of the
it
first games I got
years
for
later. Like I was in my 20s whenever I finally beat
Oh,
that.
I could never
motherfucker.
beat that. I had to give that one up. That's a good.
That was a nightmare. Gabriel.
Careful.
Did you forget my fucking?
No,
You-
no.
you
He's
with
like,
the face.
yeah,
And the
the other Mexican
the hair.
guy. That fucking one.
The darker one. Fucking asshole.
Oh yeah, you are. Dark.
We had a match skin real quick, dude.
He works outside.
That's true. He does work outside.
Cowboys and Indians on Atari.
Jesus Christ.
'Cause, dude, Ephraim was older than me, bro,
Yeah.
so I got thrown to a lot of shit that was older than me. Cowboys and Indian and a lot of fucking Pac-Man. Like, a lot
Wait,
of
do you
Pac-Man.
count like Oregon Trail and shit like that?
Oregon Trail is
I'm,
the shit.
You,
I'm
And
pretty
I'm
sure
the
I
only
played
person
that
I know
beforehand.
You
that's
can say
never
that.
played Oregon Trail.
but
Never.
it's just the first one you were.
I always
I
died
never
of
made it
typhoid,
to
so it really
Oregon.
doesn't matter.
But
What did you always get?
everybody got like the consumption. or
Dysentery.
fucking died from
The black
dysentery.
shit. The black shit.
So, mine, I can't remember either 1 or 2 games. I remember playing Pong when I was really younger.
We play that now every Thanksgiving.
Oh,
you mean
You got a belt and
Yeah,
everything.
Because I remember my uncle.
The asshole would do
he
the
got-
bounce off the wall.
It,
thing,
because it was
fuck
just a
you all
machine
up.
itself.
Game changer.
It was just the machine itself. The game only played Pong. It had 2 little controllers. When you go,
Oh wow, that was like a knockoff of Atari, bro.
yeah,
It wasn't
yeah.
even like that.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
they're doing that shit
it was just
now.
called
They are,
Pong.
they are.
That's
They're
what it
cool.
was. And you had a screen, and you go, doo, doo. I remember me and my brother playing. I remember that game being like, this game's hard. And all it was is a little wheel that you go, doo, doo, doo.
That was
You know what
it.
changed my shit as far as gaming, dude? Well, I'm fixing to date the fuck out of myself.
The other game could have been E.T.
Like the fucking
Atari.
Yeah.
You
I can't
realize
remember
that's
if
one of
one
the
or
most-
2.
That game is like
That game.
worth more than almost
What game?
anything now. E.T.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
E.T. and then
It's one of
there's
the worst
some
games ever.
press game that
But I
wasn't-
remember enjoying it. I remember not think. I remember like looking at it. Oh, I'm riding this bicycle with ET. Ah. Then I was like, oh, I can't get past this jump. I keep
Everything's all
on dying.
Fucking wheels are square.
Man, I was a destructive little kid. We had ET at my house, and like it still worked. But I guess I was just bored one day, and I took a screw and a screwdriver, and I screwed it into the eye of Elliot. And so it's just like there's like the value of my ET game that I still have
It's like
somewhere in
fucking
the box.
Sid, dude.
It's probably just now, just like plummeted to.
What?
Oh, from Toy Story.
Yeah.
yeah,
What
it's
was
like-
the first
Yeah.
like arcade game? Like
Well, that's
not
what
home
arcade.
console, but like
But-
arcade game you played.
I remember
You-
the first time.
Go ahead.
Like I was
Not
gonna say,
that.
I was going to date myself at the fucking Piggly Wiggly playing Street Fighter. Fucking Street Fighter on arcade. Dude.
Which Street Fighter?
The first one.
The original Street
Yeah.
Fighter?
Fighting Street.
Yeah. And then I remember fucking Mortal Kombat coming out when they had Liu Kang and the dragon.
Oh,
On the
That's
side.
what everyone's
that was
playing.
Yeah.
that probably one of the best arcade.
Because I went back like
cases
2
right
weeks
there.
later and
Yeah.
motherfuckers were throwing out combos that the fucking programmers didn't think about.
Yeah.
That shit was fucking insane, dog. Like, that's why I say it's the best time to. I mean, think about the shit we play now and the shit the kids play.
I guarantee you.
And then they play Minecraft and that.
Well, they don't
fucks
have.
everything.
they take a step back. It's like,
Arcades don't even use coins really anymore. They use the cards. So remember back in the day, people used to put their quarters.
that's
on.
why I still like Nickel-Rama. Because
Yeah.
you can still
Toss
go
your quarter
there.
on
But remember that?
Yeah,
Remember
next
that?
game, dude.
Yeah,
Next
but like, I had a problem with that because anybody could say that was their quarter.
Yeah.
You know?
Did you go out there and like, oh, thanks for the quarter?
I was just like, I'm not gonna
Bitch.
put my quarter up there because somebody's gonna say that that's theirs.
You just
Like,
step in line like, no, I'm next.
The first.
Then you go play the Asian kid and you're like, fuck, I shouldn't have done that.
The first it
Dance
wasn't-
Dance Revolution.
No.
Oh my god, I could see her.
Okay.
She
no.
loves that.
I love that.
I know you do. I love
Okay, so it wasn't even in an arcade. You remember when everybody used to go into Pizza Hut to eat?
Yes.
And they had the tabletop.
that. The flat fucking Super
Yeah.
Mario game.
Oh my
No,
god.
I played fucking, what was it? Pac-Man.
Pac-Man
Pat-
was
I would just sit there and...
I'm a fucking monster at Pac-Man
quick-
to this day.
Pizza
Hut.
Hut. Okay.
Fucking
I remember when I was a kid, I was playing basketball and we had the coaches paid for like all you can eat. We did like the Bigfoot pizzas. Remember those?
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
jeez.
yeah.
And
Those
the coach
things
would get.
fucking awesome.
Coach
Man,
said
I'm
he would
hungry.
give $15 to the one player who can eat the most pizza.
Let me guess,
Oh,
you
shit.
won.
I won, and guess
Big
what?
fucking surprise.
Afterwards, after I ate like 2.5 Bigfoots by my fucking
Oh
self.
my god.
Wait,
I-
you were a kid,
Yes, I had to go to the bathroom and throw all that shit up.
but you still won. So
I still won, but I am
First
throwing.
last.
I threw up.
The
But-
flaw in that logic was the only thing that the other person ate was like half of one, so you could have stopped. but you
So
Can't stop that one.
first,
Know
so,
your surroundings.
you
Alright.
Keep an eye out.
kept going.
You're like, no, fuck it, I'm going for gold.
Fucking money as a 10-year-old, everybody's like 40 pounds.
I just made room for more. Let's go.
Rally! Rally!
Turn my. Where's the trash can blow?
Happiest day ever.
It was a good day. I remember it. It had to be a
He
good
still
day.
remembers it. Fucking
If it was
30
a
years
bad day,
later.
I would try to suppress that memory.
Dumb.
Console.
The other part was when the coach followed me into the bathroom after, and he's like,
And then
"You
shit
can open
got
that mouth
press
pretty
that
wide."
Oh,
That's my first time I seen a penis. Other than my own. Anyway.
It's really hard
oh.
to yell for help when he's down to his balls in my mouth.
So, Nisha, first arcade gameplay was Pac-Man. Gabriel
Yes.
was Street Fighter. Brandon,
Oh man.
you want to come back to you, or you want?
Yeah, because I remember it was Aladdin's Castle in Town East. That,
yeah. God. Oh,
They had a
it's so
bunch of shit.
Okay.
I don't know which one.
Do you remember yours?
Uh,
Because I can.
yeah, you go ahead and go.
All right. My first arcade game. I remember walking up to the corner stores where they had an arcade, and it was was it? It was damn, I can't remember the name of the game, but it was
So
like.
glad we went to you first.
But I remember how the game was. It
What's
was
the
played
premise?
Smash TV. That's what it was. Smash.
I don't
Yes.
even remember that one.
I don't know. That was
It was you playing it like a game show,
Wasn't it
whatever.
like,
but
like
it
the
was a
Running
fighter.
Man, like the Running Man.
Yes,
idea.
yes.
I do remember that fucking game, dude.
Shit.
Smash TV was my very first arcade game. I remember keep on walking to the arcade and keep on playing that. And the other one with next to it was Qbert.
Fucking Cubert.
Playing Qbert and Smash TV, and drinking Jungle Juice.
Jungle Juice. Nice.
I remember the Qbert on the side of the
There's one.
arcade cabinet, and he was standing on some cubes, and I'm like, that just confuses the shit out of me. I'm not gonna waste my quarter.
I never knew how to play that game. I didn't. I just
I
know
did-
like you just jump around.
I think you were supposed to light up everything.
Cubert?
I-
I fucking hated Cubert.
Was
dude.
it
Cubert
that
sucked.
the
I think
premise?
so. Yeah, well,
I never got
you're
past, like,
I think
2
you're
levels.
supposed to light every block without stepping on the block twice.
Oh.
Pretty much, I think. I'm not
I don't fucking know.
100%.
I don't
I
remember.
played
I
it.
just
jumped on
remember.
the same thing. Didn't it turn it off?
Yeah. The
Okay.
only reason I remember Cubert is because fucking Wreck-It Ralph. Because I was like, fuck, I remember that little thing.
So, alright. Do y'all remember
I'm sure
Aladdin's
that
Castle?
the first one I remember though is probably Street Fighter 2.
Street Fighter
Yeah,
2?
Yeah.
that's what I was going to say too.
That's whenever I probably started thinking that this is actually worth developing a memory for.
Alright.
Remember Aladdin's Castle? They had the boxing game.
Yeah, you held on to those
Yes.
plastic boxing
That
gloves.
shit was awesome, dude.
I mastered that game.
Oh, I love that
Every-
game. Me and my brother used to play that game all the time out there. And I remember Now thinking about it, people are like, "Oh, that's pretty gay." But I remember because I paid for me and my brother to go in there and play games, and I remember every time I was playing a game, my brother was like, "Can I get some more quarters?" And I told him like, "Yeah, dig in my pocket," and they grab it. Nowadays, people are like, "That's pretty gay."
It was gay back then, in all fairness.
He's
But
my brother, bitch. Fuck off.
Yeah, right?
I wouldn't have went
You
there.
do shit like that.
It's all right.
Yeah, he's trying to get some more quarters from his brother.
at the time, now you look at
Hey,
it.
wait a minute. Stay down there a little bit longer. My favorite game. What was your favorite arcade game?
Oh, Robert still has to
Oh,
have
I'm
said
sorry, my
his.
bad, dude.
No, I was agreeing with him. It
he said
was Street Fighter 2.
Yeah.
Street Fighter 2?
Yeah, absolutely.
So Street Fighter, okay.
That's the first one I remember. I mean,
My-
I'm sure I played like Excite
Yeah.
Bike or some shit
My
like that. But
favorite was
Arcade game.
My favorite arcade game I played at Celebration Station. It was Tekken.
Tekken was the
which
shit.
one?
Fuck, I don't remember.
I didn't play Tekken until 2.
When
I don't
was
think I played
Eddie?
much of it.
3.
3.
Okay, so it was Tekken 3.
That's
And that's when I fell in love with Tekken. Because that was the first one where I would kick everyone's ass. I had strangers come
everybody
out
fucking
Jeez,
won with
fucking
Eddie. It was
I
so
don't
fair.
give a
Eddie
shit.
Gordo was a fucking asshole.
Don't
dude.
care. I was beating people twice my size. Granted, I'm tiny, but fuck you. Like,
Once
Size
again-
matters in video games.
It
Once
does.
again, to date myself, dude, it sucks. Favorite arcade game ever? Fucking Moonwalker.
The
Yeah, that
Michael
was also
Jackson
on
The
Yeah,
game.
Michael
Genesis
Jackson game
too.
was
Yes.
fucking
Wait, I didn't
awesome.
realize that was a fucking.
Yeah.
It was an arcade
Yeah.
game.
yeah, that was an arcade game.
Because I
never
remember
played
the
it,
first
but-
time I played it was at fucking Big Town Movie Theater.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah.
There was that game. I
I
remember.
saw
myself
Batman
again, dude.
Returns there.
Yeah, I've seen fucking Nightmare Before
That-
Christmas.
that's-
over there.
the funny thing is-
Beetlejuice.
There was a Pizza Inn, and they had Moonwalker and Batman Returns arcade game in one cabinet. And I remember that.
Nice.
I had the Batman Returns Tiger handheld electronic.
I think I can't remember if it was the original Batman or the Batman Returns, but I had one of those too. I had that one and I had a Dick Tracy.
Yeah.
I don't know why Dick Tracy, but
I had Street Fighter 2, I think.
the
What the fuck was the name of that shit?
Tigers.
yeah,
that what it was?
Yeah,
Tiger,
Tiger.
Electronics.
Yeah.
The one that did it.
I remember the
Favorite
Street Fighter one. And a Power
favorite
Ranger.
arcade game. It's a toss up. Primal Rage. I remember playing the shit out of Primal Rage.
Primal Rage was good.
Clay
And
Fighter.
Clay fighting.
that was an arcade.
Oh, that's right. Just got nostalgic for a second.
Yeah.
Killer Instinct.
Killer Instinct was the first
Killer-
arcade fighter to really embrace the combo.
Combo, yes. That was a good game. Damn it, I'm trying to think of the name. Y'all, anybody else have one? I'll come up with
Mine was Tekken 3.
Tekken 3?
That you remember? Like every time we'd go to Six Flags, we'd go to the fucking arcade that they had in Six Flags, play it there. I'd play it at fucking pizza joints,
I forgot
wherever.
they even had
Celebration
an arcade at
Station,
Six
we played it all the
Flags.
time.
NFL Blitz. That's what it was.
Oh,
Blitz was fucking awesome, bro.
See,
NFL
this
Blitz.
is where I'm out because I hate sports games.
oh,
I cannot stand
Oh,
them.
dude.
Area
you should-
51.
That's true. I was gonna bring that
That
up.
was good.
That was
I
my
fucking
first.
loved playing that.
'Cause I'm not a
Unreal
fan of
shooters.
shooters.
That was good back then.
Love shooter games.
I don't like shooters. and
House of the
it's-
Dead.
Everybody
it's-
loved that game.
It's
House of the
GoldenEye's
Dead.
fault. I fucking hate shooters because of GoldenEye.
I just
But
played-
Area
I played
51.
Jimmy.
I was the shit at GoldenEye, too.
Oh god, I hate it. I'm not good at them.
Like fucking savant at shooter games. I don't
I'm
know
not.
why. I really
I'm
don't,
a fucking
dude.
loser at shooter games.
Shooter games and fighter games, I tend to be pretty good at them. I don't know why. I really am.
Definitely a 22. Definitely.
Definitely. It's like-
But Area 51, that was
That was a
the
dope game.
that was the shooter.
I
that
still,
I liked.
anytime I see it, I still play it. Like
My favorite
catch it.
shooter game, light gun shooter, Carnival.
I was
I never
fixing to
played
say
that.
Carnival was fucking
Carnival was great.
I like the Terminator game. You remember that?
Yeah,
Where
yeah.
it's just like stationary. You couldn't move the gun at
They
all.
revamped that one.
Did they really?
Well, they not revamped, but they made like a sequel or what the fuck ever, and they
Yeah.
have a modern version of it.
Really?
Yeah.
It was like Revolution X, the Aerosmith game.
Oh Jesus!
that shit.
Oh my god, that was awesome.
That's good. Dude.
You made me choke my water reading that.
Do you remember Comic Zone?
Yeah, I've got that one on
So I
the
was talking to
Genesis.
them about it, and they didn't remember it at all. And I was like, dude, the idea of it. Do you remember Comic Zone?
No.
You're
The
playing
idea,
in a
it looked like a comic book, but when you went to the next stage, you like jumped through the page. So
Damn.
like from the boxes, you know what I mean?
I honestly don't
like
remember
you
that.
go from one box to the
Xbox
other box. Like
re-released that, didn't
It's
they?
on Genesis.
I don't remember it.
But
Yeah,
I think
it was on
Xbox
Genesis.
came out with a live arcade version of that.
Did they really?
I think so on 360. I
liked,
never played it.
Ultra Beast on fucking Genesis. I didn't have one.
Yeah.
Ultra Beast.
I never got too far on that one, but I know that
like the
one's a
dragon
classic.
level, dude. I think it was like level 3.
It's only 4. It's only 4 levels.
No, it's not. Is it?
Yes. It is ultra short. Ultra
Don't-
Beast is ultra short.
Don't bullshit.
I shit you not.
I think I remembered.
You telling me I got to
wasn't-
like the second to last stage and I never beat the fucking game?
No shit. It wasn't Street Fighter that I first played.
What was it?
The Ninja Turtles arcade game.
That
I was
was
thinking
badass,
about it
dude.
as we were talking about that, and it,
That game
like
was
just
really
it clicked
badass.
back, like that and the Simpsons arcade game.
Those were-
shit when Marge had the vacuum.
Yeah, and she
Those
would beat
games
people
were
with
great.
it.
The X-Men game.
The X-Men
X-Men
game, I
game
played
was
that.
badass.
They had an
The
Avengers one
game
like
was
that.
fucking
Yeah,
awesome. And that was cool to me because the characters were taller.
yeah.
I don't know why that's such a big thing to me.
I don't know.
It's
Yeah.
funny to me that like a lot of the games that you guys have mentioned, like the Simpsons or Avengers or whatever, I always equate those to like the pinball machines I love because each one of those has its own.
Yeah.
I know. I love pinball. I don't care what anybody says.
She's a pinball wizard, dude.
What was your point about that? That they're all the same?
Yeah, like
no, yeah,
I've never
absolutely.
played the game. Like I never played the.
If you
Simpsons
played
game,
if you played the Simpsons game, you didn't have to play the rest of them, and vice versa. Like
Yeah,
And
I
I
never
agree, it's like
played
a
any of them,
platform
but
game,
I
it's a platform
played
game,
all
you know,
of the
like-
pinball versions of those.
All right.
They were all put out by the same people. The people that made The Simpsons and Teenage Mutant Ninja
Yeah.
Turtles, X-Men. Like, they had all released those on the Xbox Live Arcade during Xbox 360's heyday. And I got The Simpsons and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Now I was like, next paycheck I'll get, X-Men. But now they took them off because there was like a copyright thing. I think it was Acclaim that made them.
Really?
Yeah, and you can't get those anymore.
That's
Oh, yeah.
fucked up.
Yeah, they're not available on.
that fucking
fucking-
sucks. Those games were so awesome.
Y'all remember Battletoads?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, they're coming
Battletoads
out with
was
another
the
one.
shit, dude.
Are they coming out with another one?
Yeah.
Are they really?
Shit.
See, I'd heard talk about them coming out with another one.
Xbox owns the rights to 'em.
Because they were doing the same thing with Ultra Beast. Like, we're going to make another one, and it fucking flopped in Japan. So they never released it here. And I was really excited about that because you got to be a werewolf, dude. It was fucking cool.
That would be cool.
Just like, that was fucking cool.
Another favorite game of mine was Twisted Metal.
Twisted Metal
Twisted
was
Metal.
cool.
I
Yeah,
love
I like
Twisted
Twisted
Metal.
Fucking sweet too.
I was
Yeah.
I was going to mention.
Duke Nukem,
Does
bitch.
anybody remember? I don't know. They used to do arcade lock-ins here.
Yeah, they used to do them at Celebration
Yeah,
Station.
Yeah,
Q-
there was
Q
also
City.
Like, way
Q
back.
City?
Oh God,
Oh,
Q City.
fuck.
Okay,
Isn't that
y'all.
where the church is
church
now
is,
behind
yeah,
the Target?
yeah.
I went there once for a church.
Q
lock-in.
City,
never
but
got to
I
go there.
liked Q City a lot better than I
I wanna
liked
go there.
the Celebration Stations. Because
Their-
it had
their
those
laser
mechs.
tag.
They had that laser tag in the mech. But I remember you used to go to the arcade
And I went with
lock-ins.
the church, so.
And they give you a card, a card that was like unlimited. You had unlimited money. You play all the games you want on there. Like Celebration Station had bumper cars, putt-putt and stuff. You were allowed to play
Bumper
all
boats.
bumper boats,
And the go karts.
go karts.
Bumper
Yes.
boats are the shit. Just put that
But you were allowed to do all this stuff all night long. I remember you used to love that. Be staying up all night long, and I'm over here
It
playing.
wasn't really all night long. It was like
It's like till midnight.
one.
No, it was no the ones I went to.
Oh,
It was
I
into the
thought you were
morning.
talking about the
It-
Celebration Station one specifically.
But I remember staying in there in the morning. I remember doing laser tag tournaments in there, and winning tournaments, doing laser
I
tag.
just had a flashback.
For what?
My first and only lock-in I went to was at Celebration Station.
Uh-huh.
And instead of actually going to the lock-in, me and some friends went to a motel with some chicks that were older than me. For real, dude. We went to a motel, and I was supposed to be at Celebration Station. Mom thought I was at Celebration Station. And that's when I caught my first feel. Well, not my first feel. It was the first time, actually in my
First
mouth.
prominent.
Like first, in my mouth, dude. Daughter's here. I can't say it out loud. But that shit was fucking awesome. And I remember like 1 o'clock in the morning having to walk back home.
I want to tell you something. You done fucked up because you missed a fun time.
But, oh yeah, because I'd
Yeah,
rather
'cause
play
I'm sure
video
this was
games
pretty
than having
fun,
a
too.
titty in my
I'm about to
mouth.
say that's
You know what? I'd rather.
Your
That-
definition of fun and his definition of
fuck
fun. are
you.
two
I
totally
went to the
different
lock-in and I was still doing
Hey, dude,
shit like that.
We've
Like,
talked about this when we were
Yeah,
kids.
you were in that corner.
I love you motherfuckers. You're not touching my junk, dude, so fuck off. Dude. It's like, no matter how hard you try.
No.
Unless that also happened at the lock-in at Celebration
That
Station.
would be
Then
cool.
you,
That would
you
be
missed out on the video games
That's a
too.
fucking story right there.
Do you guys remember your first CD? Because I remember
Yes.
having a lot of cassettes.
Oh, dude.
Do you guys remember?
I do.
I remember.
Grandpa's still mad at me to this day for it, but I'll let everybody else say it first.
Gabriel, what was yours?
My first CD. Fuck, I want to say.
Name of the episode, Remember.
Oh shit! What was that movie? My grandma got it for me. That movie, for real. She bought it for me for like Christmas or some shit. What was that movie with fucking Queen Latifah and Jada Pickett about the robbery?
Oh,
Set it off.
Set it off.
Fucking
There you
Set
go.
It Off soundtrack, dude.
Yeah,
that was my
dope-ass soundtrack.
first fucking CD, and I was like, I'll
Okay.
jam it, fuck it. Meanwhile, I have like tapes that I stole from Ephraim, you know, but that shit was cool. It was legit.
Money.
I liked it.
Mine actually went out and bought my first CD. And it was my first Parent Advisory album. It was Master P, Ghetto Dope.
Was that the first one?
Yes. I remember going to Sam's and he had Parent Advisory, and I was nervous as fuck because I was like 12 or something. And I was like, I don't know if they're going to sell it to me and card me. I went in and put it up the register.
Card me.
At that point, you didn't know.
I had no idea. I set it up on the register, and I was like this. I'm over there kind of
mission, son.
I was kind of nervous. He was like, rang it up. He was like, all right, that's $15. Okay.
Yank it and run real quick.
Exactly. I ran out. I went to the parking lot. I was like, oh, I haven't want to pick me up yet.
I think the first CD I bought was fucking Space Jams.
I had that on cassette.
Jam.
Was it?
There's
Space
no S
Jam.
at the end of it.
Single
Okay.
jam, not jams, not
Space
plural.
Jam soundtrack.
That shit is I had that on cassette.
Basketball Jones.
I got it, that's baby.
I'd sit outside, fucking play basketball.
Fucking
and shit.
Chris
My baby,
Rock.
I do believe I can fly.
Chris Rock on that shit was fucking
Brad,
hilarious.
Brad, what was yours?
The Ace Ventura Pet Detective soundtrack.
Nice!
Featuring Cannibal Corpse hammer smashed face.
Nobody realizes Cannibal Corpse is on that fucking movie, dude.
Yeah.
I was telling my old lady, and she's like, "What? Really?"
Whenever they're walking through the club.
When he's going to
Excuse me, it's
No
right
fucking
here.
way!
Cannibal Corpse on
Thank
fucking
you.
The
stage.
New
dude.
England clam chowder part.
Yeah.
That's
That's
them.
Cannibal Corpse
Yeah.
on stage. That was actually
White or red?
like my first time hearing Cannibal
Forget
Corpse,
this.
bro.
White?
That shit was awesome, dude. Oh,
Sorry, I love that movie.
that was a good CD.
Bad.
What was yours?
No, yours.
What about yours?
I'll tell mine. I pissed Grandpa off with it, so
Okay, well, since you guys had like super cool ones, I did
Super
not
cool
have a
ones.
super cool one. I had Brandy's first album, self-titled album.
hey, for chicks that was a big deal.
That was
Man,
the shit.
I-
It was for girls.
It's
It
like
was.
having Green Day Dookie.
Oh,
It was a rite of passage.
Had that shit on tape, dude.
Yeah.
I eventually had that on CD. But yeah, that was my first one. And side note, I really miss like when you first started driving and you had your big ass fucking thing of CDs in your car,
And you had
and you had to
100
wait for a
discs,
red light and
look
quickly
through your
flip
shit.
through.
You know what I miss is the fucking lyrics.
Yes.
And the liner
The
notes and
books,
shit.
yeah.
No, I missed the 100 disc player that people had in the back of the car.
Oh,
and you're trying to hit
Jesus.
the
Yeah.
bump. It's like,
It's fucking
was
61.
skip.
It's 61, dude. I'm trying.
To be honest, I mean, CDs were kind of a shitty format.
Yeah.
And to be fair, I never had a CD changer in my car.
I didn't have a
so-
CD changer. I had a CD player, but I never had a CD changer.
Yeah, I never had a changer.
we had that
Yeah,
thing
you
hooked
did.
up
It
to
was
the
me
cassette
and
player.
Yeah.
And then,
Every time you hit a bump, the fucking CD player would skip.
yeah.
Okay,
Then,
so
then
well-
you had those friends that were like, oh, look at my 100 disc CD changer. Ah, cool.
look,
Shit still skips,
Elizabeth,
bitch.
look, without the waves. Why
you
wouldn't
have
you just
one
get a regular
time you say
mattress?
There's
Yeah.
a fucking movie in there.
All right. Sorry. Go ahead.
Grandpa knew nothing of
Fucking
hip hop.
float!
Nothing.
Sink,
Uh-huh.
not float.
He didn't
Sink
know
pool.
about
Damn it.
fucking what's her name? The bitch that was all against music or what the fuck ever. The
Tipper Gore.
Tipper Gore.
Tipper Gore.
There you go.
Oh shit.
So it was at fucking Blockbuster, not Blockbuster Music, just a regular fucking Blockbuster
Uh-huh.
because they still had
On the
CDs there
corner
at one
store,
point.
dude.
Yes.
Yes.
And I went in there and I saw it and I saw that it had Snoop Dogg on it. It was not a Snoop Dogg album. It was Dog Pound Dog Food.
Wow!
And I wasn't paying attention at the time, and I just listened to it, and I was just like, oh, okay. And it was, what was that one fucking song? Oh, I don't know. It was something about pussy, and I don't remember. I wasn't paying attention. I listened to it, and Grandma fucking heard it. Of course, the one thing she fucking hears. And then she got so pissed at Grandpa, and then Grandpa got pissed at me, and he brought that up not too long ago, just talking about that CD. Just like, I can't believe I bought that.
I remember the first time, dude, I was in 6th grade. So the first time I heard Vulgar Display,
Pantera.
the fucking Pantera album. Dad was like, "Get that devil shit out of my house," blah blah blah, like fucking threatened to kick me out, dude. And Mom was like, "No, it's fine. Don't worry about your dad." And I was like, "Fuck this!" I'm running away, and like grabbed my CDs.
Did you do the fucking hobo stick?
Dude, pretty much. I had a fucking backpack. I threw all my books out and fucking put my clothes and shit in there. And I jump out into the fucking alleyway because that's the most fucking dramatic way to go, I guess, in this fucking dark alleyway. And I walk down to the end. And I'm like, fucking, what, 6th grade, dude? You're like 11? Something like that,
11,
right?
12, something like that, yeah.
It's like dark as fuck, dude, and it's like, oh, I better get home. it's pretty dark out here, guys.
Well, you did have that house next door to you. I don't know.
I didn't have nowhere else to go, bro.
You live under a bridge like you're supposed
I
to.
brought my stupid ass back home. My dad threw away my CD, and my brother gave me another one.
Nice.
There you go.
I remember listening to music, and particularly rap. It didn't matter. My stepdad, every time he heard it, he's like, "Man, I want to go shoot up some crack." Every fucking time he heard it, I was like,
Oh, God.
I'm thinking,
John?
yeah, I'm like, you don't shoot up crack, you smoke it.
And I know that because I actually listen to the hip hop father.
Master P explained it very well. Make crack like this. Get dope.
You know what's really funny? He never sounds that white.
No.
Never.
Like, ever.
Never.
Because he never enunciates anything.
No.
correctly.
No.
My neck is red.
Yeah. Like, it literally is right now. You realize
Yeah.
that, right?
Yeah. I'm looking like Hulk Hogan's biceps.
Wait. What era?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it does.
Late 90s.
Late 90s? Okay. Late 90s I'll give you. They were
Like
darker than they
NWO.
should have been, but they still didn't look as
Yeah.
weird as they do now.
When he was in, when he was NWO, he looked like a hot dog.
Hot dog.
Burnt hot dog.
Oh,
Yes.
Hogan?
Yes. He knew. He wasn't even paying attention.
I freaking look like a hot dog. That reminded me of
To be honest, it's between Hulk Hogan and the Macho Man.
Macho Man. Never. In that Spider-Man movie, he did kind of look hot.
Do
dog.
you remember what his name was in the Spider-Man movie?
Bone Crusher?
Nope.
Bonesaw.
Bonesaw!
I knew it was Bone. He had to bone somebody.
He had a bone someone.
Stephanie Man. What? No.
Do you know that he was super, like, self-conscious and shit?
What?
Being Mach, he was still super self-conscious because of his balding spot.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he would do, like, the fucking spray shit and the shoe polish
That's
and
when
all
we
that
started
fucking
doing
dumb
the dye
shit.
shit all the goddamn
Yeah.
time.
Oh,
It
really?
was because of that. He was super self-conscious
I
about
did
it.
not know that.
The only reason I know is because I watch a lot of shoot interviews and Scott Hall was talking about it.
Dude, I love you. I
Well-
thought you were going to say the only reason I know is because I'm balding. I know exactly what the fuck he's going through.
No, I accept it. I don't try to hide the shit anymore.
What guy? We all watch wrestling or kind of watch wrestling,
Yes.
and Brandon still
We
watches
watch wrestling?
Yes. I
I
know, right?
What was what wrestler or
The
event
earliest
that?
match?
Yeah. What?
I know what mine is.
What's your-
I actually researched it.
What's
Wait,
your
what's
earliest
the
match?
What's the earliest match you remember?
Oh,
match
shit.
or wrestler you remember? You
Mine-
don't have to be actually a match. It could be like a promo.
I
you
know
saw somebody
exactly
like.
when mine was. It was the first main event on NBC. And the only reason I know that is because it was the Hulk Andre match. And I saw it on TV. And I remember seeing it on TV. And the only way that could have happened, because Grandpa was not getting a
What?
fucking pay-per-view or closed circuit.
When Hogan won the title?
Yeah, and it was the first main event.
First main event.
The first main event on
WrestleMania.
NBC.
See,
I remember
mine,
watching it.
mine was. I didn't start watching.
You didn't watch it
until
till later, though.
Yeah, I didn't start
You were
watching
older.
it until like late
But
middle school.
but the thing is, it doesn't matter.
But
One
mine,
was got
see,
you.
my thing is that I've loved Stone Cold for
What?
yeah, for forever.
Jimmy got so irritated by that shit whenever we were kids.
Bad
To this day,
flashbacks.
he is my favorite. Yeah, to this day, Stone Cold's still my favorite wrestler. I'll always love Stone
As
Cold.
long as you got away from that stunning Steve Austin shit, he was awesome.
Yes, and then
No, the
My-
Ringmaster's the greatest character of all time.
no. What was it? The Hollywood
talk,
Blondes?
Just because
The Hollywood Blondes were actually pretty good. If
They
you
were
go back and
decent.
watch some of their shit in WCW, it
Yeah.
was really good, I think.
No,
The
and
old
then
school stun gun.
Oh yeah.
and then I enjoyed the idea of Rikishi because he was
The idea.
when my brother was
That ass
little-
was
Because he got
huge.
a big ass. I got a big ass.
No, when he
We have
was
something in common.
We bonded. I thought I was Samoan.
Right?
Fuck you. No, it has nothing to do with my
Goes
big
back
ass.
to that juvenile shit.
No,
He listens to Juvenile too.
He did, oddly enough.
that was one of my brother's favorite. And my brother's 11 years, almost 11 years younger than I am.
I didn't realize he was that much younger.
Yeah,
It's the
he'll
same
be
age difference
23.
between her and Regent and me and Crystal.
He'll be 23 at the end of the year. Yeah.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
brother's
So,
30.
but my brother was a lot younger, so he was still in diapers, and he would try to throw his butt into people's faces, and which was
Chris did
hilarious.
that and never saw Rikishi.
He's all like
so.
wedging up his shitty diaper. And
No, but he didn't do that though. That he liked Goldberg,
I like Goldberg at the beginning of his career.
and he liked Cena.
Before they went past
At the
the
beginning.
beating of a dead horse thing. Like, just, alright, when he came in, cool. The dude's spear was fucking flawless. We talked about that. His spear is probably...
Well,
still
yeah, that's
one of
because
my
he was
favorites.
actually trying to hurt
Yeah,
motherfuckers.
and that's good. Do it.
So,
No.
That was
Gabriel,
his mentality
you're
as a
Russell.
football
What?
player. dude.
What?
Ultimate Warrior. We've had this conversation before. That's the only reason I know.
I like the Warrior dude. I don't know why, because he's like a metalhead fucking coked out motherfucker. The dude was awesome. I do remember my first match being fucking Hulk Hogan slamming fucking Andre. But my first match where I was like, lost my shit was when fucking Ultimate Warrior had the IC title and fucking
went
Hulk
against
Hogan had the world.
Yeah.
And,
And
they
he won.
fucking won, dude, and he kept both titles. Because I was like, holy shit, the Thunder Gods fucking spoken. It was fucking great. I don't know why. I always had a weird thing about Indians and fucking warriors. And I did. And
He was a white dude on cocaine.
He was.
And
but
all
he
the
was-
steroids.
But he was really tan.
There was a real Indian wrestler,
Fucking
Tatanka.
Tatanka was awesome. And
I love
funny enough, a
Tatanka.
lot of people were giving him shit for not being Indian. He was actually a Cherokee fucking
Yeah.
descent.
I mean, he was
like, just
low
because I don't
percentage,
wanna
but he
put
was
him-
still
Yeah.
legit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just because they don't want to put on a fucking headdress and
No, he did.
He did. He did.
Okay.
He did.
Tatanka. Come on.
Buys into
That-
the stereotypical.
Tatanka.
Yeah.
The
Ray, what about
dude,
you?
Like,
What's
fucking watch
What wrestler are
First
That's the
wrestling
first big
memory
match you
or favorite wrestler or both.
But I
Yeah,
went to
yeah.
Sportatorium, so my shit's kind of a cheat for me.
Yeah.
I
That's
remember,
where I went to my first big match. That I remember.
watching wrestling and watching Hulk Hogan, kick ass and everything. But the first one I really remember was whenever The Undertaker came out and he put somebody in a body bag. And I'm thinking that this is like real. I'm like, oh yeah, I wonder how he can breathe. He just killed him.
Just killed that guy, man.
This guy's kind of awesome. And I went out and told my parents. I was like, hey, this wrestler just killed this other guy.
You're like, hold up. What are you watching?
And they're like, oh yeah, he'll be okay. And I was like, well, no, y'all didn't see. He's
Like,
in a
no,
body bag.
this
dude.
is like real. Like,
Alive, man. I'm fucking.
am I the only one that Taker actually creeped out whenever we were kids?
I love
Taker
taking over the
Taker
kid.
didn't creep me out.
Mankind
fucked me
definitely
up. The
creeped
first
me
time
the
they
fuck out.
promoted him in the boiler room.
Yeah,
That
the
kinda fucked me
rat
up.
with the
Yeah.
rat fucking.
Yeah.
the rat.
He hurt
the
me,
rat.
mommy. He hurt me
I
bad.
really liked it because it was a way that, because Undertaker was pretty much unstoppable, but Mankind was his
Yeah.
nemesis, and Mankind wasn't right,
Like, you could tell that something.
First time a lunatic
Yeah.
fought a dead man. Dude.
Yeah.
There was a screw or two loose.
Then they went down a rabbit hole,
What?
brought
His
the
own fucking
executioner
hair?
out. Who remembers that short-lived one?
I'm sorry.
Executioner.
I remember the Executioner. You know who I liked a lot that had a really short run? John Gonzalez.
I never liked him.
I
I liked him just because the motherfucker was massive. And then Undertaker
So was the
buried
Great Khali. That doesn't mean he was a good wrestler.
When I was a kid, I fucking thought it was awesome. I don't
Oh
know
well,
why.
okay. You got
Fucking-
caught up in the
no.
pageantry.
Yeah, I was a
Okay,
child,
I
dude.
got you.
My
But he got buried alive at fucking
He did.
Caesar's Palace. So
My-
I that guy. By the Undertaker, bro.
Yeah.
one that my memory that I have is when I was a kid. I remember going up to the rodeo, Mesquite Rodeo, and they used to have wrestling events.
They
there.
still
That
do.
fights there
They
for
still
real?
do.
They
Really?
do.
I know
Okay.
that.
Like I saw It was the Von Erichs. That's what I was thinking. It was the younger Von Erichs, and it was like maybe 6
Like his
months ago.
daughter and shit? Carrie's daughter?
Well, no, it was one of the cousins too.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
She was like ballerina for them.
I remember Kamala
Oh,
coming out.
Yeah.
I remember because we were in the suites.
oh.
He scared the fuck out of you?
It scared the shit out of me.
Because
Because
it's a giant black man, of course. It
he had
freaked him out
this
at that
big
time.
mask on, coming up. He had his guy with the mask that had the hat. I can't remember his name.
The one that always reminded me of Jump Steady whenever he did his
Yes.
wrestling shit.
Yes.
I can never think of that guy's
But
fucking
he,
name. No.
with his manager and stuff, I'm like, what the fuck is it? I was
The
like,
fucking
he's gonna
Ugandan
kill
nightmare.
him.
Wasn't that what they called him?
Yeah.
Because it was supposed to be from
Yeah,
Uganda.
Uganda.
Motherfucker was from Detroit.
Yeah.
Everybody believed the shit.
He was just some normal dude.
Or
Like,
St. Louis or some shit like that.
Yeah, but that was my first seeing that. I'm not. Then I remember, what was it? Brutus the Barber Beefcake cutting people's hair. And I was like, is that what you do when you go to sleep? Someone beats you up? So I remember for a little bit, I remember wanting to shave, trying
Dude, if I
people,
were your
put
parent,
people.
I'd have to fuck with you.
I would try. I wanted to try to put people in a sleeper hold so I could shave their head. I didn't have.
you didn't have anything to shave your head with.
No, I just want scissors.
The
Safety
first,
scissors,
Rounded
you know.
fucking safety scissors.
the first event that I went to was out in Fort Worth, and it was I knew it was before I was driving. It might have been like 8th grade ish. And we went to Fort Worth in our station wagon, and I got to see Stone Cold slam his beers
What?
together, which was amazing.
It's amazing.
Yeah, but my mom
He
was
wasted
okay.
like a third of the fucking beer and fucking.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, that was
Oh,
heartbreaking.
party foul,
That was
motherfucker.
heartbreaking
What the-
even when I didn't drink.
But the fucked up part of this whole story is that my mom left a 6-pack of Smirnoff Ice in the back of our station wagon.
Jimmy really likes Smirnoff Ice, sidebar.
It does.
Oh,
They're really
Did somebody
good.
break into your shit and take
Someone
the
broke into our station wagon, drank or took. That was the only thing that was in there. It was not like we had. It was a fucking
Breaking into
royal
some shit for
blue
some
Chevy
Smirnoff.
Celebrity station wagon. It was an '89.
What were you doing around that time, Jimmy?
Wait, no, let's look at the clues. Glass breaking, alcohol consumed, Stone Cold rip you off.
I know.
That's what the glass is. It's busting out
Right?
station wagon windows.
Yeah, so, but the fucked up thing is that we had to park kind of near a dumpster. So, not only did they break our window, steal our fucking Smirnoff Ice, well, my mom's, but they drank it and left the empty bottles in the 6-pack little cardboard thing
Assholes.
right next to the
Assholes.
fucking car.
And you're next to a dumpster, dude. You could have thrown that out.
I
You
know.
Fucking asshole.
Litter bugs.
I say I had to cheat though, dude, because I grew up going to a sportatorium. I don't know if
I never
I never
did.
did.
Nah, I didn't go to
I went to a
sports.
I
sportatorium.
remember being one time.
We
Yeah.
went every Friday, dude. Like seriously, like
Well,
I
lucky
understand,
you.
fucking spoiled motherfucker, yeah. But I remember watching like
Maybe
Booker
fun.
T and I watched Harlem Heat before they ever got big.
Yeah, they were
I
there.
remember seeing Kamala before he got big. That big is like fucking low ranks in WWF. I mean WWE. My bad.
We don't work for a motherfucker.
we
It's
don't.
fine.
Get the F out.
It's still F, motherfucker. Fuck you guys.
It's not a federation.
Ahmed Johnson. I watched Ahmed Johnson. He scared the fuck out of me because the dude showed up with fucking battle axes. In the
Did he
middle
really?
of the ring. Yeah, and he'd do the spin thing. And I was like, dude, that motherfucker's scary as shit. The dude was jacked. I knew he could beat the fuck out of my dad, so passed out. It's like,
Well, the stories you say about
I
your
love how
dad.
that's the grading.
Your dad will
My
leave
dad's
your-
ass. I know he was.
yeah, dude,
Nothing to
motherfucker
fuck
was
with.
Well, like that story you told about that your dad and the dog. Your dad would just outrun you. Give it up! Keep up!
Why do you always do that
Worst
voice?
Mexican accents ever, bro.
God.
You heard his shit.
He just
You
did.
do sound like a fucking Arab.
But your dad didn't even talk like that.
No,
he don't. No.
He had little weird shit that he'd say. Like, my dog's name was Jade. He called her Jake. Or like I said, Zeus. For some reason, he was Zeus. Come here. It's like, his name's Zeus, bro. There's an S on the end.
Oh, come here!
Zeus. It wasn't like that, you fuck.
One thing that used to actually just like, I don't know, grind my gears as a kid was like,
He said it.
yeah, grind my gears, was Legion of Doom. Whenever they came out and they would have those spikes on them, it's like, there's no way they could lose. And they'd take them off before they wrestle. It's like, what are you doing?
Come on! That makes so much more sense.
That's how you win, fucker.
Bushwhackers had a cool walk though.
Bushwhackers were awesome.
We're all doing it.
Does anyone remember when Tiny Lester Zeus Jr. whatever the fuck his name Debo? Do you remember when he was in WWF?
Yeah, for that one fucking WrestleMania.
After fucking
What the fuck?
No Holds Barred.
Yeah, that's what
that
it was.
shitty Hulk Hogan movie he was out in.
I'm trying to rack my mind.
You don't remember that thing? He actually wore like the steel braces and had the unibrow and shit. Like apparently he got kicked out. Supposedly he got kicked out for actually hitting motherfuckers.
Really?
But like
Taking liberties.
So I cut him.
Yeah, pretty much like the Australian motherfucker.
Oh, Nathan Jones.
Nathan Jones
Yeah.
got kicked out for fucking actually hurting people. Because, dude, this is... I mean, it's real, but it's not real, bro. Everything's fucking scripted.
It's real,
Come on.
wink.
Yeah, you can't be fucking punching motherfuckers in their face. You're 6'5". What the fuck is wrong with you?
A lot.
And he's a giant fucking Spartan looking
He was
motherfucker.
fresh out of prison when he came to WWF.
Oh, that's nice.
He went to prison for fucking armed robbery, and he was a former fucking Australian strongman.
Even better.
Motherfucker was a
You've
monster.
seen him in
Troy. He's
Whenever
the guy that gets stabbed in the...
Brad, I thought you watched Troy with me.
No, we
finally.
bought it and we never
Did you ever watch The Protector with Tony Jaa?
No.
Alright, anyway, he's a monster
Never
motherfucker.
fucking mind.
Look up fucking Nathan Jones one day. The dude is massive.
He doesn't last long.
But he had actually like hurt people like really. Supposedly Debo fucking broke Hulk Hogan's clavicle. And that's why he got
Did he?
kicked out. Supposedly. I don't know.
What-
Once
what
again,
was
it's
it?
talk when you're a kid.
Well, yeah.
So you don't.
I remember,
You don't follow the
I
dirt
didn't do
sheets
the
and shit.
fucking
by then.
research.
I remember when we were.
Wi-Fi wasn't a thing yet. So
I remember when we were a kid, younger. We went to my uncle's house.
Oh.
Watched a wrestling event. I
Holy
could never-
fucking shit. Sorry, I just looked him up.
Do
Nathan
you-
Jones is a monster, dude.
Do you
crazy.
remember what it was? I think it was Stone Cold lost to The Rock or some shit, and we were upset about it.
No, it was.
Is that fully loaded?
We thought that somebody was going to beat Take at Mania that one year.
Never.
And he ended up winning. We were like, oh, okay. And he was like, what, you didn't read the script?
Yeah.
And like, you motherfucker. And he would say that all the fucking time.
Was that at Jay's house?
That was at Jay's house.
That's when we. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that.
No,
Because-
That was the
he was
gift
actually
card?
there.
Oh, okay. So that
That's not what you were talking about.
I wasn't there for that one because we did watch a pay per view that time.
Did we?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
But I just
There were a lot of other things going on
I
around
remember
that time.
It was
remember
fun.
that, and I was like,
Funny
It would
story. I
fuck-
copped a titty that night too.
A lot more
what
than
kind,
that.
what kind of shit is that? You know, it just really pissed me off because I didn't really. I knew wrestling wasn't real, but I didn't really realize like.
What? I always have to do that. I'm
See,
sorry, dude.
I didn't realize it was all scripted out and stuff like that.
I didn't get the benefit of growing up knowing that it was real. Because Grandma ruined that for me whenever I was a fucking little kid.
She's like,
'Cause
"They're
she grew up
pussies, it's all
down
fake."
the street from the Sportatorium. They would watch it. Grandma was super into fucking wrestling. Like, super
Was she
into
really?
Yeah, like
Oh,
100%.
shit. I didn't
And then
know
she
that.
saw one of the faces and one of the heels, like, just going into a
Hanging
grocery
out.
store together and shit. And she was just like, that's how I knew it wasn't real.
Fucking
And then I'm like
person
fucking
on
5
my-
at the time. I was like, the fuck? What? Like, I didn't get to enjoy any of this.
Meanwhile, she's like 35 when her illusion got busted, but you're 5.
Yeah, I was just like, this ain't
That's
fucking
like
fair.
telling you Santa Claus is not real.
But I'm like, I've still enjoyed it.
I
And
want you to get caught up in the
I've
bullshit.
gotten sucked in so many times just by the different storylines, and like you just get lost in it.
Logan's
Well,
the only one we have to worry
yeah,
about.
yeah. That's
It's
why I
just-
kind of when I
it's-
said it, I was
it's-
like,
It's because regardless, dude.
And
these
if he
days,
knows right now, fuck.
Fuck it.
it's what is who the fuck said it? I can't remember.
I did.
Falling from a fucking 30 foot or falling 30 feet is 30 feet. It doesn't matter whether it's fucking scripted or not. You're cutting
Yeah.
yourself with a fucking razor blade. You're still bleeding, bitch. That shit
Yeah.
hurts, dude. You fall on fucking
I
plywood
feel like that
on
was
a
from
nightly
Beyond the
basis.
Mat. I don't remember who said it
I
though.
don't know if it might have been.
but
maybe,
I didn't realize.
I mean, one way or another, dude.
Yeah.
You're
But-
fucking
But
wrecking
you're
your
still
body, dude.
putting your body on the line, regardless.
And
Yeah.
kids fucking love you. Adults love you, obviously. So, fuck
Like
off,
I
dude.
knew,
Fix
I,
would be
I
a better
remember, I remember
term to
getting
say
told it
than
was
fake.
fake, but I didn't understand what they mean by it.
It's scripted?
I didn't understand.
You
till,
didn't
like,
understand the difference there.
Yeah.
You're like, no, clearly they're
Yeah.
like really doing this.
Did you
They-
not see this man hit this motherfucker with a chair?
He punched him 10 times in the head in the corner.
Survivor
I
Series.
saw it.
Everybody counted to 10. I heard it.
I heard it.
Did you go
Seen
with
it.
us, me and Troy, to Survivor Series?
Hulk Hogan's
Yeah, I was
terrible.
there.
When
That's bad.
Undertaker got buried by Vince.
Maybe I wasn't there.
Was it? Yeah, Undertaker
Is
got
that
buried
the
by
same
Vince
one?
with Shane McMahon And
The one that
Kane,
Troy took you to for your
Yeah.
birthday or whatever?
Shane McMahon versus Kane, the ambulance match.
When was this?
This was fucking...
I don't remember. It was Survivor Series.
Lots of pills and lots of drinks.
Not for him.
But I remember.
Fuck him.
I remember like seeing it. Then I remember Undertaker rolling out under the dirt pile and seeing that. I was like, and they had to cover it up. I was like, man, y'all ruined my
To
disbelief.
be honest with you, I've always wondered how they did that.
That's the same thing. Like, you have a little exit.
Well, I
fucking
figured there was
go
a
down
trap
and-
door between the coffin or some shit. Somehow or another you get out. But I never knew how you do it to where everyone doesn't see the fucking obvious.
Oh,
Most of the live crowd, most of the time, ends up seeing something.
Yeah.
At certain angles. Like, the
Like-
majority of them are going to see it, but if
We were
you're
right
like
next
back,
to. We were
you're
right
gonna
next
see
to
it.
the mountain.
Large,
It's like magic.
huge, well, WWF events. The only one I ever went to was Fully Loaded.
I went to that one.
That,
Yeah.
When fucking Rikishi and Val Venus fought in the fucking cage.
God, not Venus.
he was a good wrestler.
He was
I
a good wrestler. He's also a porn star.
He was the original. He wasn't a real porn star.
Hello.
I always think of the
That
I
was
always
a
think
good
of the promo when he's next to Big Show and they're like, "Call you the Big Show."
He had like the most gruffest voice.
It is.
He still does.
Dude,
Like,
dude is awesome.
he's a fucking pot farmer now.
Yeah.
Is it really?
He fucking, dude, he became so into it.
Fuck it, Mike.
And he's making shit tons of money right now.
Do it.
Yeah.
Sidebar.
It's better than fucking Scott Steiner did.
So-
And y'all know I always like Scott Steiner.
I don't know
He
why.
fucks me all up,
He
dude.
couldn't fucking count.
So
Look up Scott Steiner math on YouTube and see what you get.
33 and a third chance of me.
that's why he did so many fucking push-ups. He lost count past fucking 10. Dude. He's like, I got 1 finger, 2 fingers, 3. What?
Wait.
3 fingers.
So Val Venus really does sound like that.
Yeah.
Like if he was gonna order a
It might
pizza.
be the show.
It's not as bad, but
It's like pizza.
he's got a little bit of that. Like,
Kind of like fucking Randy Savage, dude.
I like
Double hamburger and onions.
Randy Savage, supposedly, according to his brother, he talked like that all the fucking time.
Because that's how he was.
Lenny, let me tell you something.
Like, you're like, hold the fuck up, bro. Like,
Fucking Macho Man was the shit, bro. I don't give a fuck what anyone says.
and he would like introduce himself on the phone.
Shit you not, dude. I was in Missouri when that motherfucker died. I almost cried. And I had a blunt in my fucking hand.
Okay.
How fucked up do you have to be?
I loved Mach, don't get me wrong, but the way that
Yeah, when I found
he
out
went-
how he died,
No, the first thing that popped into my head because of those goddamn Slim Jim commercials was snap into a tree. Like, it was just like I felt
spice.
and I felt so horrible. It was bad, but
fucking
it was funny
look.
to me.
And then, cocaine was found on fucking. Oh yeah, obviously. Are you shitting me?
Like he was a wrestler in the '80s. What did you expect?
One of the best CDs that came in through CD Warehouse was the Macho Man
Rap
The
album.
fucking rapper, are you
Oh,
shitting me?
God.
Oh my god, dude. I just found out fucking Steve-O had fucking 3 rap albums. I did not
What?
know
I
that.
don't know that either.
Yeah. Did you know that?
No.
I know he does stand up, but I didn't know he
He
did
has
like
3
rap
fucking
albums.
like
I mean, it
rap
doesn't surprise me
albums.
though, because like CKY and all that's how they kind of
Well,
started.
yeah,
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah,
But
explanation.
but
I guess that
still,
would
it's like
make sense.
Steve-O's solo album.
Did you imagine this shit? Like,
That's what started all the mumble rap.
Oh,
I fucking geeked out and shit. You know, like, put a mouse up my ass.
It wasn't a mouse. It was a toy car, and he
It's
didn't
a
do
toy
it. Dunn
car.
did.
I told you Chris watched fucking Jackass through with me, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, wait a minute, that's a dick. Let me fast forward that for you real quick. And
Which part? The helicopter?
there's a helicopter, and then there's another one where
Where you
look,
dress up as a mouse.
obviously
and
it's
then-
Chris Pontius doing it damn near every fucking
The
time.
one where you dress it like he has a little like
That's
sock
at the
puppet for
very
it.
beginning of the movie,
But
too.
Chris is like, so dude, when it's shoving something in your homeboy's ass, he's like, fucking.
Dumb
I was
dumb.
like, you know what,
15.
dude? Your dad and me were real close when we were kids, bro.
Not that close.
Never seen each other's dick. Dude. We slept in the same fucking bed. Never seen it.
He sat there while I was getting molested, and he just
Sat there
fucking
while
played
I was
video
getting,
games.
well, not molested, it was willingly, but
It
still.
was not willingly.
For me, it was.
Oh.
You getting molested was, I mean, that was just. I was playing driver. Fuck you, dude.
I remember the first roommate I ever had was from Shanghai, China, and never seen anything.
Is that where Shanghai is?
Yeah. It's,
Jackass.
and he never like wasn't exposed to anything like Jackass. And I was watching Jackass the movie.
It's kind of a culture shock for people. That
And it was a great one. He was jumping up and down, just laughing,
Losing his shit.
Yeah, he lost it. He was asking where he's like, Brandon, where can I find the movie Jackass?
Jackass. I want to see the
That was
Jackass.
very walking of you.
He was like,
It was.
he had like a
I
walk.
like that. Bring us some cowbell.
Yeah, he didn't speak English that well, so he would have to like search for words that made an equivalent. Like he was telling me where somewhere instead of saying stadium, he would say, "Yeah, it was next to the place where football is played."
Nice.
You know,
See, you don't think about
so he
shit
was,
like
like,
that
trying
whenever
to,
like
motherfucker,
translating and
yeah.
trying to.
You know,
sorry.
you really don't.
Doesn't sound.
My supervisor's son's from Shanghai, and they adopted him when he was like 12 years old, dude. So like, he said bringing him over here was a fucking culture shock, like and a half for this kid, because they took him to Walmart, and he was like, "Holy fuck, like, dude, y'all have food sitting on shelves, just sitting here." You know what I mean? Like on a daily fucking basis. It's not like that, especially for someone in a fucking orphanage, where I'm sure they have grocery stores. I'm not naive enough to think, oh. Well, China doesn't have fucking grocery stores.
Too. I know they got those markets on there.
Yeah.
There's always a duck hanging
chicken.
and shit.
You know.
Like, yeah.
You want Doug? You want?
That reminds me of that Ralph and May story.
Which one? Oh.
In the Denver airport.
Oh yeah.
Sorry,
That's a different side.
that's a whole other podcast.
Completely different one. But it's funny, dude,
Yeah.
because I'm real big on Americans are really fucking. We're conceited and stuck up at the same time, and we don't even realize it. Because we figure everybody fucking has it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is still kind of an isolationist country. Even as connected as we
Definitely.
are on the internet, we, as a people, we just kind of like care about our own shit. You
Yeah.
know?
And
Yeah,
yeah,
definitely.
I do.
Because you're sitting there like, what, you mean you don't have a fucking Walmart? Are you shitting me? You have fucking McDonald's in Shanghai, but not a fucking Walmart.
Well, that's because capitalism
Yeah, exactly. But
thrives.
it's funny though, dude. You don't think like
Roy,
that.
yeah, what
All right, so perfect example. I have a homeboy from Nigeria, huge motherfucker. I call him Groot. He's like 6'5", dude, big motherfucker. He looks like Groot, and he'll tell people, "I am Groot." And it's the funniest thing in the world to me. I laugh my ass off every time. But they'll ask him, "Where are you from? What part of Africa?" And he's like, "I'm from Wakanda."
Wait.
Straight faced. I'm from Wakanda. Like fucking straight to the motherfucker. And they're like, "Really? What part of Africa is that in?" He's like,
Oh God!
it's just south of Nigeria, you stupid fuck.
You
The
know
first
that-
thing that popped in my head was right near the beach.
Right near the
Let 'em
beach
ask
bar.
You know that's become a thing ever since Black Panther became like a
Wakanda?
movie and shit.
Oh,
People
Wakanda.
think that that's an actual
Yeah.
country now. They're like, ugh.
You dumb
It's
fuck.
fucking hilarious. It is. Because that
beautiful
shows
city.
how
Dumb.
uneducated we are about anyone else's culture.
Well, no, it's not even that. It's that people don't even take the time to research what they hear. Like,
Amsterdam's in Germany, dude. He's like, yeah,
So-
that's Germany, bro.
yeah, like we have shit in our hands.
I never had
90%
shit
of
in
the
my
time.
well,
Phone.
couple of
Phone.
times.
Phone.
You have a phone.
There's that
in
one time I fisted
Technology.
myself, but I made sure to
No,
clean
we have
that before.
technology that has the capability to
You can look,
Look
up
up
any,
anything.
literally anything,
anything
you want.
And
Two
that's
girls,
why-
one cup. Fucking, you
Oh
know.
my God!
Always goes to porn.
It's always porn.
So,
dude. That's
like, when
look
Chris
at my
asked-
history.
I'm doing my history report on Wikipedia.
There's actual like. So me and Kelly were looking up crocodiles, but I guarantee you, 2 searches behind that, there's probably some porn site.
Oddly enough, still had something to do with crocodiles.
Squids.
Yeah.
Squids.
Ew.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's why I get onto especially the older two, because they have phones, and it's like, because Chris will ask me, well, he'll ask me something. It's like, Google, you have it right there in your hand.
So I felt super good about myself, sidebar, dude. I'm sorry. The other night, Kaylee was texting her friend, and she was like, "Gabriel, how do you spell circumstances?" And the dum-dum in my head was like, "I know this one." Spelled it out, and I was like, "No mistakes. Good job, stupid." Because half the time she can look it up, and chances are the baby's smarter than me, and she's fucking 13. That's fucked up. But, you know.
Shit happens.
Well, that and you got spell check on your phone. Just try
You
to
do,
spell
exactly.
the
There you
motherfucker.
go.
And
Wait a minute.
or
that's not-
hit the little microphone. Circumstances.
Yeah, there you go.
Sin.
But with mine, I guess it's mumbly talk or whatever the fuck. It always comes out some other random
Circumcises.
Shit. Yeah, like yeah, that's what I meant.
Circular incision.
That's what
I
I
don't know,
thought
maybe
too.
it's all up to
Fucking
the
married
circumcision.
children. Okay, so since we
never even knew that was a
deviated
thing,
from
to
the
be honest with
entire point of this fucking thing,
Which kind of proves the point of the
Of
whole thing.
the- yeah.
Scattermon, bitch. That's how it works.
going forward, what do you see, what do you see?
What do I see?
Or what do you? Okay, maybe not. What do you see? What do you want out of it?
I see pictures. I see.
I see
I see
Pete.
mail.
ICP.
Wait, out of the calling the celebrities? Or?
I think that would be fucking awesome.
I
to
do
on
think that would
shit.
be good for a fucking segment.
I say we call fucking Gilbert.
Actually, that'd actually be good for like an intro. Now that I think about it.
How
Yeah.
that? Yeah, have them make an intro for us.
Huh?
That would be fucking great.
Huh?
So everybody throw down.
But
No, for basically what the whole thing like.
The whole shifting of the show.
Yeah,
fucking our direction.
the show, website. You know.
the show's not. This show I don't see really shifting. Maybe getting.
No, what do you want out of all of it?
By
Like,
the
just
way,
in general.
I really like getting brought into this shit because when you told me you were doing a fucking podcast, like way the fuck back, dude, I was like, oh, that's cool. What the fuck ever. I didn't.
He didn't
Really?
even know what a podcast was.
Well,
at that
I
time.
knew what it was. I didn't really want anything to do with it. I didn't know
People
if
just
I'll-
talk.
But now I get to hear my voice. I want to just do it all the time.
You got to admit, he took to it like a fucking fish to water.
I'd love to
He
suck
did
this
not
thing
get
off.
fucking mic scared, nothing.
Well,
he just
my
started
thing is
fucking
like, hey,
talking.
dude, you want to talk to your fucking homeboys? Hey, nigga, like that's what's up. And I have alcohol. Cool. It's like
That's
awesome.
just Saturday. That's
Yeah,
all that is with
that's
a microphone.
exactly what I do anytime we're around. So it was all right.
Well,
I liked it, man.
yeah. I always
The
have fun doing
future,
this.
I would like to make this grow. I don't. To me, profit is like not the main concern of doing it. Like making money for doing all this.
I thought I was a prophet for a while.
I was like, nobody would ever pay us.
The fallen
Are you
angel.
kidding me?
Hey,
No,
hey, it wasn't just a gimmick. I
Falling
lived in.
angel.
It's all
It's
right.
actually costing money because we're actually going to be like probably spending money on
Yeah,
somebody
you're always
to
spend-
make a video or
But
follow
I'm
us.
saying like I wouldn't mind making this thing grow more, and bring in more things, but also try to get a little bit more structure into the whole thing.
Well, I was
What do you
thinking,
mean?
Like actually kind of building more to it than
How? Like doing more podcasts?
I just want
doing
more
more podcasts,
media.
doing
more following would be fucking awesome. You know what I mean?
getting out there, like being able to get the name out there, the Scattermind name out there, more people following, more shows, get like maybe streaming,
different content.
different kind of content out there. What's some of the stuff that me and you were talking about being able to do before?
Oh, you mean our conversation the other day?
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
because we talked a whole bunch of stuff, but you didn't really talk, and also what's some stuff that
The beer. has to take
not
effect.
just
has to
us.
Yeah, because I drank like 6 beers throughout the
Okay.
whole conversation, and I got more and more excited as we went.
Like, you know what?
That's what he told me whenever he talked to me. What was it, yesterday?
Yeah.
He was just like, dude, I was talking to Brandon and I got really excited about everything. I was like, good. Like,
That reminds me of that part in Fanboys. I was 6 Zimas in,
6 Zimas.
oh yeah.
where they're talking about driving
But
to Skywalker Ranch.
no, I
fucking
want to make.
sucks.
I want to try to make it grow. I want to try to get back more involved in what I have been.
You realize that means you have to like actually come and hang out and shit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
More
but
regularly.
I'm
You know,
just
hang out with
saying.
your fucking
We're not doing
friends.
these remote.
But right now the only time I can really.
No, I
do
know.
is-
That's why I think it's a good idea to do the Sunday shit, just because
Okay.
that's the one
Sunday.
time
Sunday.
we can all
And,
actually get together.
But
That's what I think automatically anytime I hear that.
I
That's
still
fair.
want to do more stuff. Like, what's some ideals y'all have? Y'all want for the? Let's just bring this out. To
I
the
know it's
forefront
really
and
funny,
talk
dude.
on it.
When last show we did, we were talking about Bobby geeking out when he seen the Scattermind thing next to fucking his Joe Rogan shit. I want that in other people's categories, other people's lists. I think that would be pretty fucking cool.
On Stitcher specifically.
Yeah, I just think it'd be fucking awesome for more than
Us to listen to
us
it.
and maybe 3 other people.
I
Because
used,
your
I
old
used to
lady
listen to
listens
this
to it.
podcast whenever I was working at UPS. I was living in Saxony, so I had about like a 40-minute drive. And
Nice,
I just
yeah.
crack up all the way to
I mean,
work.
sometimes, dude, I fucking listen to it. I was listening to it this weekend. I was listening to our second part of fucking To Raise a Child.
Yeah.
And the kids were listening to it with me. Fucking
All
of a sudden, you can't fucking talk. But they're listening to it with me, and they were, I know, right? Dumb rubbed off. But they're...
You gotta buy osmosis.
Get your hands off my dick, dude.
Again. We need to have like a counter for this shit. Like how many
Why?
times Gabriel talks gay shit.
Brings up dicks.
Yeah.
Next time.
I'll bring up my
It's like they
dick
did on
every
ROH
minute.
with the Young Bucks.
So you want more people to
Yeah.
No,
start
well,
listening?
it's not even listening. I really love doing this with my friends and fucking have it, spanned out a little bit more.
Yeah.
I think it'd be really fucking cool.
Well, to do
My
that.
mom told me she listens to this shit.
Are you shitting me?
Yeah, that was my reaction. I was like, I am
But then-
sorry for the
you know
shit
what,
you
Andrew?
hear. I'm not changing anything.
I'll give a cock
but-
joke for you right now, dude. So two priests walk into a bar.
No,
No.
I don't want to hear where this joke is going.
But the thing
This
is,
altar boy comes.
yeah, one of the things is to get to grow, we stay
Consistent.
consistent.
You gotta
We
keep
have it
putting shit
been.
up.
Consistency is a big part.
Yes.
And like we were talking about, all right, way back, our fucking Halloween episode.
That never.
We were talking about doing a fucking haunted thing every fucking week of the month.
Or like a
until
ghost
Halloween.
hunt or something?
Yeah.
I still want to do is
No,
Just-
we did want to do that at one point, but we never.
Just the ideas of
actually got
fucking.
around
My
to it.
main thing is hauntings in Texas because a lot of people outside of Texas or not from Texas don't realize
that
how
we
much
have
history
a rich
that we have
supernatural
just
history.
here.
I'm pretty sure some of them do. Because like, if you're living in Nebraska, it's like, oh yeah, we grew corn back once.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
we grew more corn.
Oh, guess what?
You
We're
gotta
still
find out how to
growing corn.
But like recently, dude, White Rock is
God.
called one of the most haunted fucking lakes in
Oh,
Texas,
the
in
Weeping Lady of
America.
White Rock Lake.
Yeah, like in America is like because there's way more than just the Lady of the Lake shit going on there.
That's
Oh, really?
everywhere.
What
Though.
else is
Any
going on?
place with Mexicans.
Well, any place that has
gooey-
a big lake that's been
Yeah,
built around
yeah.
town has a Lady of the Lake
Yeah.
story.
Well,
Yeah.
because in New
But
Mexico,
we
like,
also have a lot of slavery bullshit that's really fucked up stories back here.
Yeah.
The goat man shit that we brought up, like that's just
What was that? Louisville.
that was
Arlington.
Denton.
Denton.
It
I knew it was further.
North
It's-
Texas.
It's Denton County.
I go hunting
Arlington
in
is
Denton.
fucking in the middle. It's not
That
up.
is north.
Completely.
Everything's
Just
north
did
to
the-
me.
you get to
fucking-
Arlington before
By the
Denton.
way,
You do.
Everything's north.
Yeah,
No,
there was
but
a
I like
girl who
those
killed
ideas.
herself in a UNT dorm in Denton, and like me and some friends made our own, ghost hunting. It was like North Texas Paranormal Society.
Ghost
Nice.
Spacers.
And we,
Ghost Spacers.
yeah, we fucking went up there, and it was during the Christmas break when nobody was staying there, or summer break. Either way, like
there was nobody
There was
there.
no one there.
There's nobody there, and we were just filming and trying to pick up EVPs and shit like that, taking pictures. I had an orb in one of my videos, and this guy just totally like ruined my. He was a buzzkill.
Yeah.
Because like I was showing it to my friends, we're like, oh dude, yeah, that's passing over that, and then he was more of like the seasoned ghost hunter. He's like, it's just dust. It's just dust. That's all you got.
Like, damn it, dude! Like, you should just let me have this.
Our big thing is we went from actual like what we've experienced ourselves, and we want to carry it on to this whole fucking haunted October thing.
I think we should plan
October's
to do
fucking
that.
coming up.
I was
by
about
the
to say,
way,
do that
Dave.
this year because I think
I'm
that would be
saying-
fun.
Well, I've been
Study a
wanting.
little bit more on your fucking haunted Texas shit.
So do 4 episodes.
Dude, I've been
of
keep
that,
on. I've been
and
keep on doing
That'd
that
be
because
cool,
I've been
dude.
wanting to do a like a supernatural podcast, which I told y'all
guys.
about.
A Super Nacho podcast?
Yeah,
Super
supernatural.
I
Nacho.
fucking love nachos,
I
dude.
know, dude.
Super
I could
Nacho.
go for a mess of nachos right
And
now.
it's sponsored
Nacho
by
sounds pretty
Super
good.
Nacho Man.
Nacho, not
Guacamole.
Dude, if anybody looked like Jack Black and Nacho Libre, it would be you.
Okay.
Sometimes Tamaco.
We should
You
go
wear
as
stretchy
Nacho
pants.
and Escalito for.
El Scalitor.
Am I like the only one who's never seen Nacho Libre?
I've seen it,
Probably.
and I don't even like Jack Black. But my
Uh,
favorite line from there is when that kid walks up on him. He's like, "Sometimes to Uncle, when you're a man, you wear stretchy pants. It's mostly for fun."
But we want, all right. So we want to do this show more consistently.
I think-
but that's for
yeah.
this show. But for Scattermine.
Just in general,
Just
just
a Scattermine thing
doing
in general,
more
yeah.
stuff. Like, because the three of us specifically have had all these fucking conversations about all this crazy shit we wanted to do. You and I have got to do a lot of that because, whenever we were kids, how many times did we talk about, oh, dude, we should rap, and da 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 da.
We done it.
We did that. And then we got into podcasting, and we were like, hey, we should podcast. And then we started doing that. It's like, what the fuck is keeping us from doing anything? You know what I mean?
Yourself, dude.
If we wanted to
Yourself.
do...
You can't have no in your heart.
If we
That's
wanted
right.
to
Life
do
is
that
garden.
supernatural
Dig it.
shit,
Motherfucker.
why the fuck
Gotta
don't we
keep on
just
trucking.
get a camera and just start doing it? I mean, because I'm sure that's a lot
It's
of
so
what
funny
you
that we
did
get
too.
along
It's like
so
you just had
much.
the idea and just said, fuck it, let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like that part of it is cool as shit to me. Just where we don't have to go through a lot of channels for this shit. All I did was literally plug the mic into my fucking laptop and start recording.
And we
Yeah.
talk
That's
like
it.
we normally do.
And I mean, there's nothing to it. It just
And to be honest,
it
dude-
takes time and it takes effort, and that's the thing.
to be honest, half the time we're fucking laughing as it is because we're some funny motherfuckers. Sometimes.
Well, we think we're funny
Well,
motherfuckers.
I don't give a fuck, dude. If you
We
can't
make each other
If
laugh.
you can't laugh at a dick joke, then fuck you. I don't want
Well,
anything.
you know,
It's kind of hard sometimes.
I put it. Well, I think the only major place that I hadn't put
Especially
this up
when it's
is
like-
Spotify. That's the only place I
It's
hadn't.
not on Spotify. Yeah, it's not on Spotify.
But I have it everywhere else.
Yeah, because I have it on Stitcher. I have it on iTunes. It's
I
No, I
listen
said-
to it on.
I got it linked to my
Podbean.
YouTube right now just because I
I
figured
listen
that
to
was
it
easy.
on Podbean, and the last couple I've listened to on YouTube.
Yeah.
I guess we.
I
need
think
to
we're all
talk
on the same page with that, where we just wanted to see it expand.
expand to see what else we could do. I guess we could strategize through all of that and see what else you wanted to do.
It's
do,
just an
Brandon.
awesome way for it to grow from the fucking podfather, dude.
Yeah.
All hail the Podfather.
Yeah, no.
He's like the claw.
Money, I gotta thank you, because like I was ready to just kind of like sit at home and play Assassin's Creed today. You know,
Which one?
the first one I haven't played them, man. And I had
Oh,
a friend
my
that
God,
was really
dude.
just like,
Oh, that's
yeah, I saw
heresy
the
now. Like he's
Yeah, and so I went. I got the first one, and he was just raving about it. He's a history teacher, and so he was like, "Dude, Assassin's Creed, you know, it's summer vacation." And I was like, "What do you do? What do you do this summer?" And
just
he's like, "Oh yeah,
start
I'm
catching up
playing,
on video
like-"
games and shit.
Yeah, he's like, "I'm playing Assassin's Creed, my Assassin's Creed collection again." I was like, "Which ones do you have?" He's like, "Oh, I got them all." And he started telling about the story and like the history, and then like breaking off to like the real history.
Yeah.
of it.
Yeah.
And
Fucking the best part about it, dude.
yeah, so I started that yesterday, but then he's like, I was like, yeah, man, can I just like take a day just to just completely rest? And he's like, you know, it's not going to be any work. We can just talk, and I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
I'll come out.
I think I can
So
do
like
that.
from like the beginning of it, dude, it's fucking awesome because they throw in like motherfuckers throughout Jerusalem and fucking shit like that, and then all of a sudden you get into Cesare Borgia and fucking like Catholicism
That's what he talked
bullshit,
about.
and then like
I don't
fucking
think he
into.
was finished with this.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Hey,
you
fuck
got
you.
it all like
Don't,
creating.
don't act like you.
You
never-
are the
being
king
creepy.
of interrupting people.
Don't.
Shut
thank
your
you.
face.
Fucking thank you. Don't
Don't
act like you've
interrupt
never
me
cut a
now.
motherfucker
I ain't
off.
saying nothing to anybody.
Oh, the one time out of years and
I'm
years
sorry,
of knowing
dude.
each
No,
other.
Like,
no, it's cool, man.
That's the one thing I love that fucking game for. is-
Yeah. I mean, I brought it up, and like you obviously love it, so yeah. I mean,
He would
we
refer
promoted that
to
for a
it
little bit, but-
only as the Creed.
The Creed.
for the
Creed.
longest
It's the
time.
Creed.
Oh.
motherfucker. That's what it is.
Then I started giving him shit. He's like, "Fuck you, Robert."
It's the
But-
Creed, dude. It's-
Yeah, no, like what I was thinking is one of the things that like you know one of the things I had a problem with was trying to control everything and do everything myself and have everything just kind of like have my finger in every fucking thing that happens, and then I stopped caring, and the website got more successful whenever I stepped back and just let everybody do their shit.
Ain't that a motherfucker?
Yeah, I know. So you know, one of the things that I do find myself doing is I do, and I've kind of recognized it here, and I don't want to stifle anyone's creativity, but talking about doing something and wanting to see it grow is one thing, but it has to
Actually-
be more specific.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I love that it's all about nothing, but y'all brought up the haunting thing. I've got kind of like a theory on that. I don't know what y'all's beliefs are, but
Nothing.
None.
there, okay. You know,
Same
I-
principle.
I was doing the whole Google research thing, and this is like 2 years ago. I was researching Samhain, and Samhain's you know, it's like an ancient druidic observance where
Samhain?
the Samhain.
Don't.
The fucking like barrier between the living and the dead gets thinner.
Yeah.
Protect
And
the
the
barrier.
veil.
Protect the barrier.
Yeah.
Protect
When
the
you
barrier.
think about it, like all the shit in nature's starting to die, trees are losing their leaves. There's a lot of like traveling from the living to the dead.
Yeah.
And in Mexico, they have Day of the Dead. So you've got two different, and that's actually like the reason why they still observe that is because whenever the Catholic Church was in power there, they kept that observance, and they because the locals wouldn't let it go.
Yeah.
It was something they observed. So you've got these two different native peoples that have never met, doing the same thing, believing the same thing about the living and the dead at the same fucking time.
Yeah.
I think maybe there might be something.
There's something
this.
to it.
It's kind of like alien sightings.
Like, well, I mean, yeah. I mean, if you want to
It
break
is,
it down
it
like
is,
that,
I mean, honestly.
the Egyptians and the fucking Mexican, well, what we consider Mexicans now, were doing the exact same
Because
thing. They were building the same things. They were
Mexico's
talking about the
fucking
same thing.
People in Brazil,
Separated
people
by a
fucking
fucking
America.
ocean on either side. It's like, shit like that fascinates me.
And it's the same thing with Catholicism, because the main thing that the Christian church did was, all right, we're going to throw in our beliefs and keep some of y'all's roots, so you accept it a little bit more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you have Christmas trees and bullshit like that.
You have
They
Easter
fucking-
eggs.
Yeah,
Things,
exactly.
you know, like
And
Because
and
Jesus and eggs.
Yeah,
I read the
mean,
Bible.
Yeah,
I
obviously.
haven't read anything about
There's-
Easter.
there-
Well,
Yeah.
there was rabbits in the ground where the crucifixes were.
Yeah,
where
and
they
Jesus
were,
laid
so there was
eggs.
burrows.
So
What? No, you're right. Like I did read that. It was in the index where God talked to the Easter bunny and said that
Yeah.
Jesus is going to raise after 3 days. 3 days without
Yeah,
eating, you're going to
exactly.
be hungry. The Roman guards were outside the tomb, so he
You
couldn't
gotta
just
have
fucking-
chocolate.
and they
Yeah,
showed-
All of the
They,
chocolate.
they would eat all the eggs, so he had to hide the eggs. So whenever Jesus was resurrected,
This
Jesus
is your
was
mom's
hungry.
favorite part
He
of
had
the
to
show
find
now.
the eggs.
Yeah.
And that's how he survived.
Right.
and
that
then
was
Christ
the
found
first
him and
Easter
shoved
egg
him up
hunt.
his prostate. Right?
Damn it.
Always back to assholes. Dicks. God damn it, Gabriel. Christ isn't a fag, dude. I'm just saying.
He's a zombie.
He's a
Who was it
zombie.
that had that song?
Christ a fag?
Jesus Christ the homosexual. Corporate Avengers. Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot. Sorry. That
But
made me
anyway,
think of that.
where I was going with that whole thing,
Back around.
SMC, Scattermind Central, once again.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah.
planning the thing more specifically. So, aim for October. Have a fucking like seance or something. Or get like a Ouija board. Yeah, do what you would usually.
We're not doing that at my house.
But,
My houses have been haunted way too many fucking times.
Unless
We're gonna
you
do it at
buy,
your house.
No, if you do a seance here, you have to bring the sage, so we can
Sage.
clean it afterwards. You have to. Gotta get the
I had too
juju
many dead
out.
people at my house.
Frankincense and
That's
myrrh,
why
dude.
it would
Everybody
work,
knows.
Jimmy.
I don't want to stir up that shit.
I'm not Jesus. You don't
Most
bring
of
me
them you're
frankincense
related
and
to.
myrrh.
Bring you
Yeah,
gold.
I don't want to see
Bring me gold.
Gold tooth, nigga.
But I do think that's a good idea. Like, if we want to do that, the whole problem that fell apart this past year is because we just
weren't
didn't
able
make
to get
time
along.
for it.
We
Basically,
weren't able to get.
Well, since I'm
Around
not
each
working
other.
now anymore.
Well, it wasn't only
I
you,
can-
dude. It was a
was
big part was
everybody.
us.
Well, no, I could,
because I mean, around that time is whenever I lost my job. Jimmy lost his job. The fucking
I was
we
working
got new
consistent
jobs,
fucking weekends.
and then he was working all the time. It's just like everything just kind of shit piled at the same time, and in those moments, we didn't make the time to still do this shit.
in this moment,
Yeah.
yuck.
it's a decent. Band.
My wife just
I've seen the
saved
bitch
herself.
live, so
I've seen them
I've
4
jerked
times
off
live.
her several times. So yes,
Anyway,
she's
sorry.
cuter up front.
But you're
But yeah, like just having that topic to aim for in October, that helps. It puts an anchor, and then after that's over, put
Set the
another
next one.
Set another one up.
Yeah.
Should do another fucked up one for Christmas.
Yeah.
For Christmas.
So you didn't throw out all the fucking paganism that there is for fucking. I've had people tell me, all right,
Oh God.
dude, I'm excited for All right, so I've had people verbatim, dude. I'm excited for Halloween. Oh, I don't fucking celebrate those pagan holidays.
Yeah, you do.
Bitch, are you kidding me?
Do you hang a wreath? Do you hang a wreath in your house?
Do you have a
Bring
fucking Christmas tree in your house?
Do you have?
Like, just Christmas is one of the
Hang lights
most
on the
pagan
tree?
holidays you could ever think of.
Do you buy
But
logs?
a lot of people don't think about it. You know what I mean? And they don't think about the paganism that has been brought into their religion just so you can accept it. Once again,
But
more.
see, everybody's already accepted it.
They have,
They
they
don't.
have.
Because
It's
baby
like
Jesus needed a pretty tree.
Everybody has those sayings
Dear
that
baby
they don't
Jesus,
remember where the fuck they
sin
got
all
them from, and
and
it's the same
infinite.
principle. You forget after a certain amount of
You do,
time.
you do.
Just don't remember where it came
You
from.
do.
The candy cane even has symbolism, but I don't remember what it is now. But there's one.
See, she
Way to
forgot.
add, Mandy.
You're welcome. Just
But you know,
that's
there's
for you
shit like
guys.
that
Thanks.
in every culture that Christianity has been spewed upon.
Okay, then what we're gonna
That I don't
do
think
is
about.
we're going to sit down with a fucking planner and say, okay, we're gonna do this weekend.
well.
this
That's
Well,
why I
just
do
just
it.
one at a
But-
time.
but I
well,
cannot,
yeah,
I
but
cannot
just plan
promise,
shit out.
Yeah.
I cannot promise that there won't be a dick joke in between those.
Oh, well, plan.
Oh, no,
Always
no.
gonna be
Say,
a dick
There has to
joke.
be a dick joke.
Right now I
I can't
am.
be stifled, bro.
Relationships are one long
All
dick
I'm
joke.
saying. Don't take my dick away from me, bro. I just need
Hey, at least it's a long one.
one way or another. All right, we need to be more consistent about this shit.
Consistent.
A lot of this is gonna get edited out, right?
Definitely.
Okay.
Some of it's going to be left in. though,
Okay.
'cause I enjoy the conversation.
I mean, like, fucking talking about consistency, you know, you've got, like, 9 years, no, not really, 7 years since the last time I gave a shit about Scattermine.
Yeah.
And that was the last time you were at our old house.
Yeah, if y'all really
Wait.
looking
But I think
for
it's a
me
good
to see
thing,
what's
though.
going to happen, like, I'm probably not the person y'all should be listening to.
No, but
Well, neither
you
are
were,
we.
But you were right in that aspect. It's like if you're
The
gonna
lunatics
do
are
it,
running
then
the asylum.
actually
Yeah.
set something in place.
That's the best fucking shows, dude, when you let us run the asylum.
Yeah, but at the same time, it doesn't create the consistency to where we feel like, okay, we need to do A, B, and C. Not necessarily within the show, but just at least have a plan for, okay, like whenever we wanted to do the Halloween shit. Just set time aside and be like, okay, this week we're doing this, this week we're doing this, this week we're doing this. For that specifically, just so we
Well,
know what we're going to talk about.
Honestly, dude, I mean,
It's something the listeners look forward to, too.
Yeah.
if I'm not there, that's cool, dude. You know, if I work one weekend out of every month.
Yeah.
I do. But I'm still fucking
But-
down. I'm still down to come by whenever I do.
We can
I don't
also
give a fuck.
record multiple episodes in
Yeah,
one day.
yeah, absolutely.
We've done it
Yeah,
before.
Definitely. I mean,
That makes it easier.
yeah.
But also, you know, like with me, or you know, that we still do try to do the show if like something happens. Just keep on that consistency.
No, I agree with that. We can still record every weekend,
But I'm
but
just
do like we're doing now, because right now I
Let's
have
go get
episodes
something
in the
to
bank
show.
Yeah.
that I can just edit if something happens and we can't record.
That's a
So
good idea.
that, and you and I have been talking about that for fucking ever, that we wanted to get ahead of it and
Yeah.
have multiple podcasts so we still had shit coming out.
That's all we
And I
started doing
finally
so
got to that
fucking
point
long.
where we are doing that now. So, and
We
I would
did.
like to keep that up so we're, if something does happen and God forbid we can't record one week, then it's not a big deal. But we go right back to it the next week and just keep recording. You always have that surplus.
so. Like Brandon said, like for a little bit, it was a little rough because it's like, man, I had wanted to do all this, and I had to realize like I don't have the time to do it. I really don't, even much as I
And
want
that's
to.
that's what I was trying to tell you
I-
whenever we first started doing the
I wanted
podcast
to-
shit again. It's like you were trying to put all of this shit on you and do 2 shows every single week and like all that shit, and it just it stressed you out more than it
It
helped
burnt me
you.
out.
Man, you
And
started
that-
freaking out
that's
after
the
like
problem.
the fucking second week, dude.
Yeah, and it just that's not going to do any good.
Honestly, Robert kind of see from the background because he's looking at all the shit I was laying ground for.
Yeah.
I was doing a lot of stuff laying the ground for it.
Yeah.
And I wasn't asking anybody for help or anything like that. I was trying to do it.
And
myself.
that was
Well,
part of your
dumbass.
problem. You need, in business in general, you have to be able to delegate certain shit. And you have to say, okay, I need to get A, B, and C done. I can handle A and C, but I need somebody to take B.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And shit like that. And that's why I just said, fuck it. And I just started doing all this
Yeah.
shit. It's like, that way you don't have to worry about that. If you want to focus on other shit, fucking go for it.
But
It's
I
not a
want
big
to
deal.
start refocusing back on it and start doing getting into the other stuff involved with it. And
All we
Try
gotta
to
do is do it, man.
Stop.
I mean, that's
Stop.
all it boils down to. Just,
yeah.
I'm a broad says, dude. You got the talk part done.
yeah.
It's
I know
Well, we got this show done, but at Scatter My
One
Sort of.
show at a time.
one show at a time. Like I ain't trying to like that's why one reason I had to start trying to do. Yeah, I've been having ideals for another podcast for like me myself, but I hadn't done it.
Why?
Why? Because I'm trying to make sure I get everything else in a row first.
That's understandable.
Ducks don't sit in
Yeah,
a
that's
row, though, dude. They kind of do their thing. They do, though.
Yeah,
Try
you-
getting everything in a row, it's never going to work. You know what I mean? Is my point.
I'm trying to get it.
He's
My
trying to
brain-
get mentally
Yeah.
around it, is
Yes.
what he's getting at, I think.
Yeah, try and get your mind right.
I don't think those ducks fly straight either.
No,
Define a V.
they're like squirrels on crack
Let's do whatever the fuck they want, man.
at a rave.
At a rave.
A duck rave.
A lot of ecstasy.
Lots of ecstasy.
And bread.
Throw that
And
shit
bread.
on there.
Tons of bread.
And
Tons of
more
bread.
I think this would be a good point to wrap up the show since we're just kind of not talking.
Duck raves? Yeah.
I said squirrels too.
Thanks for all the fish. Have a good day. Good night.
Good day, good night.